What's the meeting all about?
George! Watch out for the bush gun!
You're trying to you nincompoop.
Oh, you left out numbskull, sir.
I'll run your skull for you now.
Chuck, are you all right?
Yeah, but it's the last time I do him a favor.
What do you mean you did me a favor?
Well, I got up early this morning. I went down to the motor pool to get in line so I could get an oil change and lube job. This is your Jeep.
You mean this pile of junk is my Jeep? Oh, I'm gonna kill him now. I don't care what they do to me.
No, Captain, no, not with the flowers. That's it. I'll hold it right there. There we go. Take those flowers out of there. Get everything all straightened. There you are, Captain. Looks just as good as new.
Yeah. At least you ought to look at the bright side, sir. No flat tires. Boy, the Navy sure makes good tires. Look at that.
Well, no, don't blow your stack, sir. But I mean, after all, we'll fix it up just as good as new. You bet we'll take it over to the motor pool and.
No.
No.
No, you can't take it to the motor pool.
That's what I said, sir. We won't take it over to the motor pool.
Herrick will find out about it. He'll report the accident to the general, and then I'm going to be in big trouble. You pirates, you got to fix this thing yourself.
Us? But this needs a major overhaul.
And we don't have the tool.
Or the equipment.
Cut. You're going to fix this just as good as new, or Hot Rod Charlie here is going to spend the duration in the brig.
Well, sir, if that's the way you want it, sir, that's the way you'll get it. All right, boys, come on, let's tow it back to the base. Let's go.
Here, sir, I don't think we'll be needing that.
Oh, get away from me. Just get away from me, you bird brain. Get away from me.
That's telling them, sir.
Oh, what are you standing around gabbing about? You're the new traffic control officer, so start controlling.
Oh, thank you, sir. All right, you men, you heard the captain. I am the new traffic control officer. Now, let's get that hunk of junk out of here. Don't you ever yell at me like that again. I'll tell the captain.
Ow! Skip, this is impossible.
We'll never get this thing fixed.
Yeah, the guys are right, Skip. Look, why don't I just turn myself into lead bottom, let him do his darndest? You can tell my mother I died in action.
Oh, ease off, Chuck. We'll get it fixed, all right? You wait and see. Hey, Pooch, how we doing?
Almost finished at this end, Skipper-san.
You can douse your torch, Samurai. It's a waste of time. Skip, the block is cracked. We need a whole new engine.
What?
What are we going to tell old Lead Bottom?
Speak of the devil.
Here he comes.
On a motorcycle.
Oi, hey! Come on, you better get out of here. Come on. Never mind. Just freeze. Carpenter, be careful! Whoa! Stop, you fool! That's an order!
Oh, my goodness,
sir. Afternoon, sir. It looks like you had a little bit of a rough ride.
Rough ride?
Yes, sir.
Teddy Roosevelt couldn't have had it any rougher than I. All the things I could tell you about. I couldn't get any decent transportation. I had to get a ride in this thing.
Yeah.
Isn't my Jeep ready yet?
How will you see, sir?
I don't. Wait a minute. Get your hands off of me, that's all. Just... That was a sneak attack. That man deliberately tried to shish kebab me. But which one of the 8 balls is this?
Oh, but sir, that's Tinker, Machinist Bay Bell, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, maybe you better take it down to sick bay.
I don't want to go to sick bay. I feel all right. It's no thanks to this arsonist. Bill is...
Bell, yes, sir.
I want to report.
I'll report, yes, sir. Look, you're confined to your tent. Now get in there.
I'll report.
Yes, I'll report.
Bell was?
Bell, sir.
All right. Now, what happened to my Jeep? Why isn't it ready?
Oh, well, I'm afraid we got some bad news for you, sir. You see, you've got a cracked engine block. You're going to need a new engine.
Oh, well, that isn't so bad. Just slip on in there. Hook it right up. A new engine.
A new engine, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm afraid we're going to have to get one The only place from the Army motor pool, sir.
Oh, no. No, you're not going to do that at all. You go over there, Harrigan will hear about it. I don't want him to hear about it. Now, you get me one.
Yes, sir.
You find me one, you build me one, you steal me one. I don't
Yes,
care
sir.
where you get. I don't want to know where you get
Yes,
it. But
sir.
just get it
Yes,
and have it at my office by noon tomorrow. You're going to be sorry.
Noon, yes,
You're
sir.
going to be sorry, too.
Yes, sir.
Here you are, sir.
Let me help
I
you,
hope
sir.
you control traffic better than you control...
Oh, sir, I do my
Get
best.
Get out of the way. This man is not responsible.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Come on, you man, out of the way. Watch your foot. Watch. Slow down. Help!
Let's hope he's in.
Come sei fatto? Idioso, vagabondo, sbagliato, assassino!
Buongiorno, signor Balducci.
Oh, buongiorno, McHale. How's things?
Well, as a matter of fact, not so good. We got a little problem.
You got the problem.
Yeah, we were just wondering if you got a good car engine that you could loan us. I mean, we'd be glad
A
to
good
pay.
car engine. Take a look at that.
Boy, hey, can we have this one?
No.
But,
Sorry, McHale. This engine is for the big race tomorrow.
Yep. What big race?
yeah.
The Voltafiore Grand Prix. Oh, it's beautiful. Once a year, the air is filled with the aroma of sweet gasoline and burning rubber.
Yeah, but where's your racing car? I don't see any here.
That's my problem. Such a beautiful engine. Purrs like a pussycat. And where's my racing car? My stupid old cousin Mario just called. On his way over here, he had to roll off in the back of his truck. He's kabloo. He's all wrecked up. Finito.
Oh, boy, what a mess. You got an engine that needs a car, and we got a car that needs an engine.
Hey, stop. Un momento. Just a minute. Is it a good car?
Well, it's not exactly a car. It's Binghamton's Jeep.
Hey, that solves both our problems. Now Balducci can enter the big race tomorrow. McHale, you got the deal. Bravo!
No. Wait a minute. Hold it. Well, what deal? Look, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking...
See, I think I am. I lend you my engine for your Capitano. He lend me his Jeep for the Grand Prix. That to make everything, how you say, even Stefano.
No. Even Steven. Wait a minute. You know what you're asking? You want a U.S. Navy Jeep in an Italian road race? Look, if Binghamton ever found out, you know what he'd do?
Well, who's going to tell him? You get him out of town in the morning. The race is at noon. When he return, he get his Jeep back good as new.
Yeah. That's tricky, Skip, but it could work. What do you say?
What do I say? Well, what else am I going to say? How do I get myself into these messes?
Bravo! Oh, bravo! Buongiorno, amigos. Buongiorno. As Balducci promised, I worked all night on the Capitano's Jeep. And now I show you, in honor of the Grand Prix, our proud entry from your town and mine, Voltafiore. Ecco, Bing's a bomb. Magnifico, eh?
Bing's a bomb. Holy Toledo, what did you do to the captain's Jeep?
I'm going to turn myself into Binghamton and save you guys a little time.
Don't you worry. This paint and everything come off right after the race. Hey, it's almost time. Now I do my part, you do yours. Get the Capitano out of town.
I'm for that.
Fast.
Your plan sure better work, Skip.
Yeah, it's going to be so crowded on that brig, the mice are going to be eating standing up.
Oh, if the captain ever should see his Jeep. All right, let's go, Chuck. But remember, you got to do it exactly the way we rehearsed it. All right, let's go.
Binghamton here. What did you say I was calling? Allied headquarters?
Hello, General Winston Smythe here. Yes, Smythe of the Royal British Forces. I'm on my end. Are you on yours?
Yes, I mean, who did you want to speak to, General?
Will you, Bingy old boy? Yes. Say, a matter of utmost importance has come up. Yes. We'd like you to leave town immediately.
Leave town? But why?
It's in honor of Field Marshal Montgomery.
Field Marshal Montgomery is in town? I didn't know that.
He didn't. Well, of course you didn't know. You wouldn't. Why, it was top secret, yes. Even Monty didn't know, yes. We had him blindfolded all the way. Simply marvelous about it, yes. Well, now, the meeting will be at 0900 in San Luca, so you better get cracking, old boy.
Oh, San Luca? Well, that would take me 3 hours to get there and then 3 hours to get back.
Carpenter, where?
No, back again, yes. Must be an American phone. Well, we were wondering if you could bring your aide. Yes, what's the fellow's name? Carbuncle? Carpenter, yes. Field Marshal Montgomery likes all the aides there, yes. So, we'll see you there, won't we? Good. Chitty-o, pip-pip, all that sort of rot. Goodbye. Well, how do you think we did, old bean?
Oh, we'll know in half a mo. Come on, phase 2. Let's go, boys.
Sure, aren't you? You dunce! Would you watch it with the hands and the whistle and everything? Oh, now come on, we have to leave town.
I'm terribly sorry, sir, but I thought you were just an ordinary pedestrian. Leave town?
Yeah.
Oh, but sir, I'm the official traffic control officer.
Who cares about
I
that?
do, sir.
Field Marshal Montgomery wants to see us. Now, we've got to find a replacement for you.
Oh, yes.
There must be someone around here. Oh, Parker, get over here, on a double.
Yes, sir. Did you want me, sir?
Now, what are you doing in town? And where's my Jeep?
Jeep. Now, don't you worry, sir. It'll be in tip-top shape by the time you get back.
How did you know I was going anywhere?
Well, you just look like a man who's going somewhere. Yeah, you know how your mouth turns up when you're going away?
Stop with the nonsense. Now, I've got to leave immediately. So I'm going to make you my traffic control officer, and nothing better go wrong while I'm away.
Boy, a new helmet and goggles. Does it have a secret compartment? You have a good time, sir.
Oh, good. How can I have a good time in a thing like this? Imagine a torture rack like this on wheels. All your fault.
Boy, here, let me help you in there, sir.
I can get in
Yeah,
by
be careful.
myself.
There you go.
Wait a All right, come on, boys. Let's get this race started. Let's go. Balducci, when are the other entries going to show up?
Well, with the fighting up north, we only got one other entry, the town of Marinello.
Marinello? But they're behind the German lines. How are they going to race?
I don't know, but they figure away. They haven't missed a race in 20 years.
Oh, what a war. What in the blazes is that?
Well, it's a German staff car.
Jerry's.
And driving on the wrong side of Piazza. Boy, I'm going to tell
Wait a
this.
minute, hold it. All right, take cover, everybody. Hey, no, stop.
Don't shoot! That's not the German. That's my friend from Marinello. Angelo Carbolini. Angelo.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Hey, wait. Hold it. Look, I see it, but I don't believe it. Now, where'd he get this German staff car?
I stole it from the Germans. Marinello must have an entry in the Grand Prix or it's a disgrace.
All right. You guys get over there. All right, come on, boys. Get your car over there in line. Let's go. Come on. All right. Get ready. Get set.
Hold it. All right, now, boys, as traffic control officer of this town, I want to say that we're going to have a good, clean Grand Prix. Now, remember, no zigzagging, no hogging the road, and above all, remember, go! No speeding!
Holy jumping Hannah. What's keeping them? This is going to be the slowest Grand Prix in history. They've been going for 20 minutes already.
Here they come, Skip.
Here, let me have a flag so I can flag them on through.
All right, folks, now let them through. They're coming through on the first lap. Hey, attaboy, Captain, you're first.
Careful!
Hi, Captain. Hi. Welcome home, sir. Did you have a nice trip?
What the devil is going on here?
Well, what the devil's going on, sir? A surprise. Yes, a surprise, sir. And it's a celebration in honor of your return, sir. Yes, sir. However, it's because the townspeople missed you so much. Isn't that right, my son?
Missed me? I've only been gone for an hour.
Oh?
Yes, and it would have been a lot longer if we hadn't had a flattened call ahead. Commander McHale, that military governor's meeting was a phony, and I'm going to tell...
I'll handle this. Get out of here. Get me out of this contraption.
Yes, sir.
Man is so irresponsible.
Everything's back. Wait a minute. Why don't you take it back? Back there.
Where's my Jeep? Is it fixed?
Oh, it's all fixed, sir. Yes, sir. And working like a charm. Yes, sir. Oh, but, sir, don't you think that you and Carpenter should wait in your office? After all, we've worked so hard for this little celebration. You won't disappoint us.
That's right, sir. And don't you worry about the traffic. Since I've been in charge, why, there hasn't been one violation.
Yes, sir.
Well, until now.
Oh, sir, the dirt on your glasses. Here, let me clean them off. I dropped them, sir.
McHale, how dare you do that?
Governor, here, give me a hand. Look for them.
People booing. Carpenter, what is going on?
I don't know, sir, but I'll take a look.
Down here. I'll look at the glass.
Speeding vehicle out there. And why are they cheering now? Where are the... I order you to give me those jackets.
Here, sir. Here's your glasses, sir. Your glasses. Here they are, sir, right?
I couldn't find them, sir.
I got them. There you are, sir. I'm terribly sorry. Now, as for those speeders, Control Officer Parker, we'll jump right into your cycle and take off after them and give them a good stiff warning.
I don't want any warnings.
Warning?
I'm going.
Never mind. No, I want them under arrest. I'm going to turn them into the
He'll arrest them, sir. You can catch them.
You'll catch them, all right, because I'm going along to make sure. And don't touch my practice again. No, I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Parker, you move. Be careful. Slow down. Stop.
We are going. Now go through the alley. We'll hit them off.
Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd like to stop and look for a comfort station.
Comfort station. Get going.
Hold it, will you?
What? Oh, wait a minute. Slow down. Help! You dunce! What is the matter now? Get the thing started.
Well, I'm trying, sir. Well, maybe if you'd get out and give us a little push.
Give it a little push. I could give you a little push. Hello, Germans! There's Germans in this area. We're being attacked.
Well, we better get out of here. Come on.
No, it's too late for that. We better surrender. Surrender. Put your hands up. We surrender. No shooting, see? No can be given the up and see.
Mr. Parker, please get out of the way.
They know you, Chucky. Oh, thank goodness. Tell them I like Germans, too.
I'm not German, I'm an Italiano. Now, please, move that sickle so I can finish the race.
An Italiano. Oh, I'm so good for a minute there. I thought... But what race?
Porca miseria, get out of the way. I'm going to tell McHale about this. He's the runner crook of the Grand Prix.
McHale and the Grand Prix? So that's what this is all about. McHale is running a crooked race in my town. Well, the general hears about this. What was that for? That's the strangest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Did you see that? Well, never mind it. Let's get out of here. Only this time I'm going to drive. You get in the sidecar.
Oh, don't get it all dirty, sir. Here, I'll show you how to start it.
I know how to start. Get in the sidecar.
Turn up your gas.
Never mind the gas. Get in there. Take that thing off. That's got braid on it. You're not entitled to that. You never will be.
Father. I'd sure like to know what's going on out there.
Well, if Binghamton catches up to them, we're dead.
Wow, when he finds out about that Grand Prix, oh boy.
Yeah, that's nothing. Wait till he sees his Bing's bomb. Then you'll really hear an explosion.
Well, at least there's one happy thought. Things can't get any worse.
Someone's coming.
Wonder who it'll be. General Bronson.
Holy Toledo. Who's the wise guy said it couldn't get any worse, huh? Hi, General Bronson. Colonel Harrigan.
Hi, McHale. What in thunderation's going on here? You've got traffic completely blocked.
McHale, what is this all about?
Watch it, General, watch it.
What the devil's that? Bing's bomb. All right, McHale, start talking.
McHale, what is this? Possible you're running a race here?
You see, sir,
McHale, am I eye shot, or is that a German staff car?
well, sir, if you let me explain, sir, you see...
McHale, this is disgraceful. Where's Binghamton? I demand to see Binghamton.
How would you say? Oh, there he comes, sir. Stay alone.
Oh, Biggie boy, are you in for it? The General wants a word with you. That is, if you're through grazing. Let's go, Seabiscuit.
General? Oh, General, sir, I'd like a chance to explain how all this started.
McHale, where in blazes did you get this German staff car?
Oh, but you see, sir,
General. Oh, General, am I glad you're here. You won't believe what he's trying to pull.
At ease, Binghamton. This is one of those new souped-up M3s the Jerrys have just put in the field. We've been dying to get our hands on one of these to see what it can do.
You have? I mean, of course. Yes, we know you have. Well, that's what this is all about, sir.
Oh, General, don't listen to him.
Will you be quiet, Binghamton? Go on, McHale.
Well, yes, sir. Well, you see, sir, Senor Carbolini here, he captured it and brought it in this morning. And that's what this race is all about, sir. Yes, it's a time trial tested against Captain Binghamton's Jeep.
That's my Jeep? Bing's bomb?
Well, yes, sir. You see, we fixed it up a little bit to entertain the crowd. It's good Italian-American relations, you know.
Well, I'll accept that. I'll accept anything to be the first in this sector to bring one of these babies in.
General, what about your rules on traffic safety?
That's right, sir. They were racing through the streets. Absolutely disgraceful.
Easy, boys, easy. You know, I'm an old racing man myself. Stock cars, McHale.
Oh.
What do you think this German go-kart will do?
Oh, well, now, let's...
And how about introducing me to our Italian racing friends?
Oh, well, right this way, General.
Hey! Run away, boys! Look out!
There we go, sir. There she is, just as good as new. Yes, sir, you'd never known she was in a Grand Prix.
Wait, Balls, you lucked out again.
Oh, now cheer up, Captain. After all, you may have lost a court-martial, but you gained a souped-up Jeep.
And you just wait till you see the engine in this baby. Yes, sir, boy. This is a high-powered engine.
Now, you cut that out. I don't want to see any of this.
Chuck!
Cut that out, I said.
It's got a new
Out of my Jeep. And the ammo. Out. See that? He attacked me.
Yeah, but
Vicious killer, that thing. Get the MPs out here, the riot squad.
Yes, sir.
Vicious.
Senor Capitano, I see you are collecting dogs. I can find a lot for you if you want.
I want you to get this wolf pack out of my Jeep. That's what I want, especially that one. He's the ringleader, vicious mongrel.
Andate. Wir coming.
Get the MPs out of here. Did you see that? He went right for my throat.
Oh, no, sir. He just went for your pants.
Shut up. I know what he wanted. He was too short to get up while you shoot me to pieces. Went right through the bone there.
Capitano, you should not have been so harsh. Dogs can smell when you don't like them.
Oh, they can they? You'll see, they like the smell of this. I'm going to declare war. From now on, every dog in this town has got to have a license and he's got to be on a leash.
Leash and a license? The people isn't going to like this. Besides, we have no dog catch.
Well, then you appoint a dog catch. He can issue the licenses, he can sell the leashes, and he can collect the fees.
Collected the fees? That's my job. I just remembered. I'm going to open an office right now.
Well, make sure you also open up a set of books, you bandit, because I'm going to be checking on you, and every penny is going to go to Navy Relief. I'm not going to take any guff from you or a lot of mangy dogs.
Well, there he goes again.
That's 6 days in a row now.
And he still won't talk.
I wonder what the attraction in town is. It must really be something. He even gave up his favorite hobby, bird watching.
Well, that's a break. At least we won't have to go out in the woods looking for him anymore. I tell you, fellas, this thing's got me stymied.
Hey, Skip, do you think it's possible that Mr. Parker has a girl?
Have you flipped? Mr. Parker? Not a chance.
He probably found an off-limits public library somewhere.
Well, whatever it is, I hope it's not a girl. Because, boy, that Binghamton is on that no-fraternization kick. Goodbye, and so I was telling them down there.
So long, guys.
Oh, so long, Chuck. We hope you enjoy your date.
Date? I don't have a date. I'm going for a walk.
This is your sixth walk this week.
But who's counting? Oh, come on, knock it off, Chuck. You can level with us. After all, have you got yourself a girl or not?
A girl? Well, you guys are worse than my mother.
What's wrong with him, Skip? He's never snapped at us like that before.
Well, that proves it. He must have a girl.
Well, I'm gonna follow him and see.
You will not. That man happens to be an officer and a gentleman in the United States Navy, and he has every right to be given a head start, and then we'll follow. Come on, come on.
Did you see that? Why, our shy little ensign must have some hidden talents. Did we really see that, or was it a mirage?
Oh, we saw it all right. And if old Leadbottom sees it, we're going to be minus one shy little ensign.
Hey, watch.
There we go. All right. Come on.
Holy jumping Hannah, she's got him walking her dog already. Well, this is worse than I thought it was going to be.
So right, Skip.
How cozy can they get? Right in the kitchen next.
Yeah, boy, what a bad time for Mr. Parker to start swinging. Hey, watch it.
What a two-timing dame.
She's playing Mr. Parker for a sucker.
Of all the crummy tricks.
Oh, boy, you're so right, fellas. Well, this is something we got to break up.
Let's go get that guy, Skip.
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. No. No rough stuff. No. We got to break the bad news to Mr. Parker, but gently, huh? Yeah. This is really going to shake him up. Come on, let's go find that poor guy.
Colonel Harrigan, I keep telling you, I've got an all-out crackdown going on around here, and I expect results any minute.
Sir, I brought your lunch.
Shut up. Not you, Colonel. No, I'm just talking to this boob here. He came in with the...
Binghamton, what's going on over there? Have you gone flaky?
flaky. Well, no. Carpenter came in with his hands full of leads. Had a whole handful of leads, and we're going to get right on them right now.
Good, because I'm coming over there. And if you haven't got a couple of bona fide illegal fraternizers in the guardhouse by the time I get there, I'm going to be getting you a new set of clothes.
A new set of clothes? Why would you give me new clothes? There's nothing the
Sir,
matter
your
with my
jacket.
clothes.
I should...
Because I'm a kind, considerate person. And it would be cruel to send a man to a weather station in Alaska in his khakis.
A weather station in Alaska.
In Alaska,
that
sir?
man is after me, and he's not going to quit until he gets me behind a dog sled.
Oh, sir, why don't you change your jacket, put on a fresh
Get
one?
away from me. When should I change my jacket? I haven't even put it on yet.
Yeah, but, sir, you
change it.
If you would just listen to...
I tell you something. I know what's going on here. The general has passed the buck to Harrigan. That's what's going on. Now, Harrigan has passed the buck to me. He wants fraternizers. I'll get him some... I'll get him a guardhouse full of fraternizers. McHale and his lover boys.
Sir, as usual, you are absolutely right. If there's any hanky-panky going on, we know that Commander McHale and his men will be right in the middle of it, sir. You are ingenious. Sir, by the way, before we go, why don't we change our jackets? I'll go get a fresh one. But you'll feel better, sir. This is...
You don't quit with the jacket,
needs a
Elroy.
pressing,
You're
sir.
going to be on a dog sled. As the head dog.
But, sir, if you...
Please, it's not my fault. As your assistant de mayor, I would never do such a cruel, heartless thing. It's all of that mean Captain Binghamton's idea. That's 700 lira, please. It's the people, sir. They know like you mean, cruel, heartless order.
Well, that's too bad. You see this carried out anyway. Get these dogs away from me. Just get them away from me.
Sir, should we be going? I mean, Commander McHale fraternizes Alaska.
Yes, you're right. I'll be back and look at your books later. Now, get with me. Come on.
Bring it here, girl. Come on, girl. Come on. That's a good girl. Hey, you're really learning. Hey, say, you're getting a little bit fatter than last time I saw you. Must be that rich Italian food, huh? Talked to Miss Lombardo about that. Boy, you know, she's really pretty nice for letting me play with you. You know that? Take you for a walk now and again, huh? All right, here we go. Go on. That's a girl, Angelina.
Hold it there, fella. You got the little girl's ball.
Hey, Angelina! Hey, wait a minute! You run away and Miss Lombardo won't let me play with you anymore. Angelina! Angelina! Stupido! Perché non guardi dove vai, eh? Oh, I'm sorry. Accidento, see? Accidento. Hey, did you see him, King?
Well, how about it? Anybody see him?
Not a sign of it.
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, we gotta find him before Leadbottom does. It'll be curtains for the guy.
Hey, here he comes.
Angelina! Looks like he's gone berserk.
Oh, no, he must have found out about the other guy. Chuck, are you all right? What happened?
Yeah, it's Angelina. I lost Angelina.
Well, maybe it's for the best, Mr. Parker.
Don't worry, there are plenty others around.
Are you kidding? Not like Angelina. I was teaching her English and everything. Everywhere we're sitting there laughing and playing, and the next thing I know, she's gone.
Old story. Yeah, but look, Chuck, you've got to forget her. Why, she's strictly trouble.
Forget her? How can I forget her? Her curly hair and her brown eyes and her warm little nose. Boy.
Oh, Chuck, don't torture yourself, boy. Let her go. Come on back to the base with us. Chuck?
Huh? Oh, no. I gotta find her.
Chuck!
Boy, he got it bad.
I know. Poor kid. A jolt like that could send him back to his teddy bear.
Oh, you're right. And there's no telling what he'll do in the mood he's in. Come on, boys, let's go after him.
Hold it, right we are. Hold it,
No, Captain, not now.
Yes, right now. You're under arrest.
Under arrest? What for?
Oh, don't you be coy with me. You know what for fraternizing.
Us, sir?
Yes, you, sir. I know all about you and your women and your wild parties.
Captain, they're coming. They're coming.
How the devil do they keep finding us?
I don't
What
know.
do they want from us? McHale, are those dogs working for you?
I don't know what you're talking about,
Sir,
sir.
please.
Cover my rear.
Oh, yes, sir.
They're still behind us.
No, sir, no, sir. I think we've lost them. Sir, as long as we've stopped, couldn't we just rest for a few minutes?
Good idea.
Oh, yes.
Why are those dogs chasing me? What do they want from me?
I'm sure I can't imagine, sir, but as long as we're resting, why don't I dust off your jacket, freshen it up for you? You just take it off.
Stop with the jacket again. What's the matter with you? You've got a fixation with the jacket.
Here, Angelina. Here, girl. Come on. Here, girl.
Look at this. Parker, what are you doing down there?
Oh, good afternoon, Captain. Well, you see, I'm looking for Angelina. I lost her. Angelina! Here, Angelina. Come on, girl.
Carpenter, make a note of this. At 1400 hours, we found Ensign Parker, drunk, crawling in an alley, looking for women.
Sir, I think he found one. Oh, look at that, sir. Look, turn around. Look.
Wait a minute. You guys don't understand.
Oh, we understand, all right. Grab him, Carpenter.
Yes,
He's
sir.
our example for the general.
You fraternizer. You are under arrest.
Well, you can't arrest me. I gotta find Angelina. Angelina!
Oh, sir, listen. The dogs, they found us again. Oh.
They can't do this. This is a plot or something. It's you and McHale and Baroni. You're trying to have me torn to shreds.
Sir, your jacket. Maybe if you took it off, you could run faster. Sir.
Get your hands off.
Yeah,
Remember, you're under arrest. You stand
Sir, the dogs, here they come. Let's go, sir. Please.
Hey, fellas, any of you seen Angelina? She's got it. Yeah, maybe you have. She's a little dog, white, got brown. You haven't seen her either. Boy, is she gonna be fab.
Oh, where is that guy?
Hey, hold on, Mr. Parker.
Hold on.
Take it easy. Come on.
Chuck, thank goodness we found you. Binghamton's on the warpath.
Boy, you don't need to tell me. I ran into her and he put me under arrest.
He did?
Yeah, but he's not gonna stop me from looking for Angelina. And neither are you guys.
Oh, brother, you really got it bad.
Chuck, will you listen to me? Look, she's not worth it. She's just a lot of trouble.
Trouble? What are you talking about? She's no trouble. As a matter of fact, I was gonna give her a bath tonight.
Bath?
How do you like that? All this time we've been living with a tiger.
Have you ever given her a bath before?
Well, sure. She loves to have me scrub her tummy. What? Yeah. Now, look, you guys, we're wasting time. How about letting go of me and I'm gonna go find her?
Yo, wait a minute. Hold it, boys. Hold it. Look, Chuck, if Binghamton ever catches you with Angelina, you're landing a brig for sure, and she's not worth it.
She's nothing but a two-time.
Yeah.
When Binghamton is off this no fraternizing kick, we'll find you a different girl.
Look, girl, what are you talking about?
Angelina.
Angelina? You guys got it all wrong. Angelina's no girl. She's a dog. Dog? Yeah, and if you guys don't stop me from looking for her, along with Binghamton, I'll never find her. I come...
But wait a minute. Hold it. Just a minute. Look, I don't get it. Who was that senorita that we saw you taking flowers to then?
Oh, Miss Lombardo. Yeah. Well, you see, she owns Angelina, and whenever I get homesick, she lets me play with her. Because she looks like a little dog you used to have back home. So I did... Oh, wait a minute. You guys didn't think that Miss Lombardo and I were in the... Oh, boy, are you kidding? She's engaged. And besides, she's a girl. What fun can I have playing with a girl?
That's our answer. Everything's back to normal.
Hey, look, we're wasting time. You gonna help me hunt for Angelina or not?
Yes, gladly, boy, gladly. All right, boys, spread out. Look for Angelina.
Get down.
Oh, wait a minute, sir. Sir, it's loose.
What's loose?
Maybe I can...
Oh, that is loose?
Oh, I did, sir. Come on.
But wait a minute. Me first.
I'm sorry, sir. I forgot myself. You first, sir. Always. Oh, wait. There, sir. Oh!
Those dogs keep zeroing in on us. You'd think they have radar or something.
Sir, maybe they recognize our uniforms if we were to take off our jackets.
No, begin with that. Every time we stop you, well, you should work in a Turkish bath or something.
Sorry, sir.
Pulling people's strings off them.
Sir, here come the dogs again. Let's run. Sir, hurry. No. They're coming.
But, sir,
Maybe you're right about the uniforms. Maybe. Here, what is this? Here. Grab a dress. Grab a dress.
A dress? Oh, but sir, no, we
just
couldn't put
shut your mouth and put the dress on.
Yes, sir.
Get in here.
Oh, sir, if my mother ever saw me.
Whole life.
Better, sir.
Anything like this. You got it on?
Yes, sir. Very good. Oh, sir, why don't you take the blue? That's your color, and give me the other one. Oh, yes. Oh, with your eyes, sir?
I always thought the warm tones were better.
No,
The pinks.
no, I think
What's the matter? There you go. This isn't the Easter parade.
Putting it on. I'm putting it on, sir. I'm almost ready.
Look glamorous. Tell me, Sophia, how's your cousin Rosa?
Oh, Rosa, she's just a fine, sir.
I said, don't call him a sir. He's stupid. He's such a... Well, that's so nice.
Sir, we made it.
Oh, what a nightmare. Oh. Thank heavens the MPs didn't see us. Let's get into something comfortable. Anybody that seen us dressed like this, we'd be laughed out of the Navy. Hi, girls.
Hi. Colonel Harrigan.
Have a nice day at the bargain sales. Oh, knock it off, Carpenter. You know better than saluting a dress.
Oh, sorry.
I can explain about the dresses, Colonel. Sure, you made them yourself.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. It's just a little something we threw together.
Oh, shut up. Oh, now, girls, don't argue. The reason we are wearing these dresses is that we were in pursuit of a fraternizer. Oh, what are you going to do? Tempt him out of his mind? All right, Matter Harry, tell me all about it. Well, we caught one. We got almost red-handed. It's that lecherous Ensign Parker. Parker? That dilly? Lecherous?
Angelina!
There he is, you'll see.
Angelina! Hey, that was her, Skip. That's Angelina.
Let's go.
Angelina!
Huh? That Ensign Parker's gone berserk. He's chasing girls all over the place. They're probably going to have another one of their wild orgies in the mayor's office.
All we want to know is, where is that dog?
Which dog is this?
What do you mean, which dog? The dog a guy just brought in here. Now, look, if you're hiding that dog somewhere, you're going to hurt.
Please, calm yourself. The man that bring that dog to me is my deputy dog catch. He picks up all of the strays he can find.
Stray? Oh, wait a minute. Angelina's no stray. What? Hey, that's her bark. I'd recognize it anywhere. Angelina! Boy, if you're hurting her, I'm...
1 minute. The regulations say dog without a license is a stray. 500 lira, please.
Baroni, come over here. Now, look, you. I've always known that you're some kind of a bandit, but I never thought that you'd stoop to dog napping.
Dog nap?
Yeah.
That's no me. I just carry out the Captain Binghamton's order. 500 lira, please.
Oh, Angelina. Oh, boy. Oh, you guys wouldn't... Oh.
Chuck, he's out like a light.
What's going on?
Get some water, quick.
I have no water, just the wine.
So bring the wine.
From Mr. Parker. That's a 50 lira.
Put it on the books. Take a slug, Mr. Parker. Come on.
All right, up. Oh, there. All right, we are. You're under arrest. Oh.
Under arrest?
Angelina.
Get a load of that, Colonel. The place just reeks of liquor, and there's Parker lying on the floor in a heap, drunk, calling for his girl. Oh, this is a regular bacchanal.
Bacchanal?
Now, wait a minute, sir.
Knock it off, you men.
Chuck. Chuck. Oh, hi, Colonel. Hi, Captain. Chuck, congratulations. You've just become a father.
Father? McHale, what's going on here? You better start explaining. There's nothing to explain, Colonel. Oh, what an example this lecherous lout is going to be for the general. This is fraternization in spades. Imagine getting married without his commanding officer's permission.
But, Captain, she's only a dog.
Well, of course she is. Who else would have that thing?
Wow. The little mother had 5 of them. 5.
Oh, boy, I got to go to work.
Yes, 5. Magnifico. Business is a pick-up.
5 at the 500.
Stop. I don't know what everybody is running around here about, Colonel, but let me tell you this Angelina, I don't care how many she had, she's a very loose woman, you know. She's the one he's been chasing all over town. We really got you nailed this time.
Captain, the only thing you've nailed us with are 5 tiny little puppies. You see, Angelina actually is a dog, a real dog.
You know, Captain. Woof, woof.
Well, this isn't the cokiest clam bake I ever saw. I gotta see that.
Well, you're not gonna swallow that cockamamie. Get the MPs on the phone, Elroy.
Yes, sir.
Get them on the phone.
Hold it, Carpenter!
You told me to...
Never mind that. Wally, you've done it again. Take a look for your own self.
What is there to see? You saw it right here. All the drinking and the wild party and the 5 puppies.
I tried to tell you, Captain.
Now, come on, Binghamton. Let's go back to your office. You have got a lot of explaining to do before you take off for Alaska.
Alaska? Alaska? Oh, Captain, we're going to miss you, sir.
Captain, why must you be so sloppy? You got gravy stains on your jacket.
Oh, my lunch.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I meant to tell you, but with everything...
No wonder those dogs were chasing you. Put the line... Oh, you're gonna get it.
I didn't... All right, now, sir.
Cut that out.
Oh, sir, come on, man. Don't hit me.
Come on, let's see how the little mother's doing. Oh, no.
How about that, Colonel? Isn't he cute? Miss Lombardo gave him to me for a mascot.
Kitty coo there, you cute little devil. Binghamton, I think you owe these men an apology.
Apology? Well, anything, Colonel, to keep from going to Alaska. Okay, Al? Sorry.
Well, don't worry about a thing, Captain. Everything's off the books. Yes, sir.
And just to show you that there's no hard feelings, I'm gonna let you be the godfather.
You're the godfather of a litter of puppies?
What did you say, Binghamton?
I said it'd be quite an honor, it'd be a good thing for me.
Good. Now you can pay the fees. License, leashes, and muzzles. That's 4,000 a lira, please.
4,000 lira, you crook, you thief. I'll be glad to let you have the money. Hello there. How are you, son? Ow! A lot of nerve. We're over and they keep... Frank Templeton? Big Frank Templeton?
Do you know him, sir?
No, I've always wanted to meet him, though. He's a Mr. Big in Washington. He could get practically anybody elected to Congress.
Beats me why a man like Frank Templeton would want to tour a combat zone.
Well, he's probably looking for political timber for after the war. You know, I've always thought about going into politics.
Look, if Big Frank wants a candidate, he would pick a fighting man. Someone like my own self. Not some desk soldier whose idea of combat is a tussle with a typewriter ribbon.
Tussle with... I'll have you know that the job I'm doing here is not only an important job, but it is a dangerous one.
Of course, Wally. Now, you just take care you don't stab yourself with a paperclip. And be sure and look for me and Big Frank tomorrow, 0900.
So long, best jockey.
Someday, Elroy. Someday that big blowhard, I'm gonna grab him right by the neck and I'm kind of ringing.
Captain. Oh, sir. Sir, I have some papers here for you to sign.
Now, papers for you to sign. Papers for you to sign. Fine way to impress Big Frank, signing a lot of papers and blow my big chance.
Well, what chance is that, sir?
Big chance for politics, you ninny. I've always wanted to run for Congress after the war. If I could impress Big Frank, I'm just as good as elected.
Oh, yes, sir, and if I may say so, you will make a fine congressman, sir, because you are a man that people can trust, a dynamic leader, a forceful personality, oh, a vote-getter if I ever saw one, sir.
Well, those are my sentiments exactly, Elroy, but I'm not so sure but what Harrigan is right. I think a war hero would have a better chance of getting elected.
Well, sir, is it your fault that you've never been in a battle? That every time you've seen a German, you've had to turn tail and run? Well, I mean, because you're outnumbered, sir. You know, much too...
Carpenter, don't you ever pause like that in the middle of a sentence again, because you may not live to finish it.
Well, sir, what I really meant to say was that it is such a shame that a man like you is tied down behind a desk while a man like Commander McHale goes out and gets all the glory.
Don't you mention McHale to me. I don't want to... Still, you may have something there. McHale and those deadbeats on the 73, they're always lucking into something.
Oh, yes, sir.
That would be my chance to impress Big Frank. Be a hero.
Oh.
Get my gear together. I'm joining the crew of the 73.
Yes, sir. Just sign these papers before you leave.
Oh, sign them yourself, you desk jockey. Don't you know a combat man when you see one? Hello? Oh, where is everybody? McHale? What are you trying to do?
Here, I'll help him up.
Whoa! Chuck, will you watch it? Captain, wait a minute. Captain, are you all right, sir? Well, who can tell if I'm all right or not? Stop that. And where the devil were you? Well, sir, we were over at that... you boob, quit touching me. Wait a minute. Hold it. What am I getting so excited about anyway? It was obviously just an accident. That's right, sir. It was just an accident. That's right. And now, sir, as to where we were... Oh, forget that. I don't care where you were. That was the old Binghamton talking. Now, the new Binghamton couldn't care less where you were.
What? Binghamton? The new Binghamton?
That's right. The old Binghamton, I believe you called him Lead Bottom. Yes, well, he was a desk soldier. The new Binghamton is a combat man.
Combat? Oh, I see. And that's why you're all dressed up in this...
That's right. I'm moving in with you men. I'm joining the crew.
What? Joining the... I don't think I heard you right, sir. Did you say you were moving in with us?
That's right, Quint. I'm a changed man. Huh, Quint? Chucky?
Oh, yeah.
I may be the new Binghamton, but you're the same old Parker, aren't you? Willie, fix that for me, will you? And lads, give me a hand with my gear.
But now, Captain, there's one thing I don't understand, sir. Now, why would you want to move in with us, sir?
Now, tut, Quint. There's no more of the plush life for me. A CO should be with his men. He should live with them. He should fight with them. He should die with them. I'll be careful of my hand grenades there, Lester.
Halt! The enemy plane! Take cover, sir!
What is it?
Take cover! It's an air raid, sir! Air raid!
Oh, boy, that bullet almost had your name on it.
Oh, my. How close was it?
Well, it had your initials on it.
There he is at 10 o'clock! Take that!
Stop with the helmet already. I can't see what's going on. What?
All right, hold it, man. Cease fire. Here you go, Captain. Up you come. Oh, boy, that was close. They almost got you.
Who almost got? I didn't hear any plane.
You didn't hear a plane? Well, of course you didn't hear a plane, sir. Because they were gliders. Yes, that's it. They were the new German gliders.
Gliders?
That's right, sir. They silently swoop in and then rat-a-tat.
If you don't stop that, I'll rat-a-tat you.
Only 3 tats, sir.
Now, wait a minute, Captain. Wait a minute. Look, it's much too dangerous for you to be out here with us, so...
Nonsense. Danger's what I'm looking for.
But, Captain, we haven't had a scramble in days. Look, if there's anything comes up, we'll give you a call at your office.
I haven't got time for that. I mean, now is the time. Now let's seek the enemy out and destroy him.
You want to seek out the enemy?
I tell you, I am a changed man. I want to feel the wind and the spray in my face. I want to inhale the scent of gunpowder. Now, let's move out. Come on, everybody. Geronimo!
I finally figured it out.
What, Skip?
Everything else failed, so now he's trying to kill us. Oh, that man. But, Captain, I keep telling you, from all the reports that we've got, there isn't a single German vessel within 50 miles of here. Why don't we just go home?
Negative, McHale, negative. We came out here to find some Jerry's, and we are not going back empty-handed.
Captain, you just fired number 2.
What are you talking? I didn't fire anybody.
Boy, you just cost the government $20,000.
Oh, be quiet, you boob. How could I this? Maybe there is a U-boat out there. You guys are always lucking into something.
Hey, Skip, look, it's turning. It's reversing course.
Here, let me at that wheel, will you? Take care. Give me everything you got. Virgil, see if you can get that fish.
Right, Skip.
Hit it, Burge. Hit it. You gotta stop that torpedo.
Boy, are you ever a menace. I like the old you better.
Hang on, everybody. Here she comes. Oh, brother. That was closer than a gnat's whisker. All right, Chuck, take over the wheel.
Captain, you'll have to let go of me now. Skip wants me to take over the wheel.
What do you mean, let go of you? Let go of me? You're a disgrace the way you panicked there and grabbed me like that. McHale, what is the matter with you? Those torpedoes you're carrying here, they must be faulty. That thing went out there and turned around and come back here. That could have blown us up, for heaven's sake. In fact, it almost did. It almost did.
Well, Skip, I thought you had him.
Well, I thought you had him. Oh. All right, boys, secure from battle stations. And somebody get the smelling salts.
Well, Jerry's are just afraid of us, that's all. They heard that the 73 boys were on the prowl, and they ran for cover.
Oh, yes, sir.
Those Jerrys knew what they were doing, that's for sure.
With lead bottom on the job, they can all go home.
The closest we ever came to being sunk.
All right, we'll take a little break, then we'll go right out again.
You want to go out again, sir?
Virgil? Virgil, we're here, mio caro.
Oh, I forgot all about that party I set up.
What party? Binghamton will blow his top and... Oh, well, buongiorno. Buongiorno, buongiorno. Buongiorno. Are you lost or something? Are you looking for somebody?
Whoever it is, they must have shipped out.
Yes, that's right.
Too bad you missed them.
Yeah?
All right, McHale, what's going on here? What are these girls doing on a military base? Wow.
Well, but you see, sir,
We do not understand the boys. So what about the party?
Oh, that's it. You're planning on having a party. Well, I'm surprised at you.
Well, you see, sir,
Well, I mean, I'm surprised that you think that I'd care. I don't care about that. I mean, we combat men, we gotta have a little relaxation. Right, Chucky?
Well, it's just that you've been such a big stinker, sir.
Stinker. That's cute. That's cute. Oh, well, that's the old Binghamton. When are you going to get it through your head that I'm just one of the boys? All right, girls, it's El Partio time.
If I wasn't here to see it, I wouldn't believe it.
Oh, I see it, and I don't believe it.
Well, never. Commander McHale, really? Throwing a party on a naval installation? Oh, I am afraid I'm going to have to report this to the captain, huh?
Oh? Well, start reporting, buddy, because there he is.
Oh, good. Sir, did you...
Hello, Elroy.
how's the old desk jockey who's watching the paper clips?
Sir, I was... But you...
Oh, come on, Elroy, you waste-passing commando. Grab a chicken. Swing it, boy. Swing it.
Sir, I will, but, sir, I'm here with a very urgent message from Colonel Harrigan.
Oh, yeah.
Urgent, sir.
Jockey, keep your motor going, baby. Yeah. All right. That's so urgent that you're taking me away from my boys.
Oh, sir, Big Frank's departure has been pushed up so that Colonel Harrigan is bringing him through here in about 3 hours.
Well, he can't do that. He's not due till tomorrow. I haven't even been in action yet.
Who's Big Frank?
Big Frank Templeton, the political boss. And do you know that he has never backed a losing candidate for Congress? So that if the captain here can impress him...
Keep your mouth
I'm
shut.
explaining about...
So that's what this is all about, huh? The new you, the fighting CO. Oh, and all you're doing is putting on a big show for a big shot politician.
Yeah, speaking of shots, you're gonna get yours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold it, Captain, hold it. Now put that thing away. I knew you had some kind of an angle, but I never thought it was politics.
Hey, you'd be great in politics, sir. The way you're always talking and never saying anything, you know.
Shut up, you dunce. Just keep your... You're gonna get one, too. All right, McHale, so you know. It's not going to do you a bit of good because I am ordering the 73 out on patrol. I've got just 3 hours in which to become a hero.
Now, wait a minute, Captain. Now, look, for one thing, we've never even seen a German ship for 2 weeks. Well, we can't go around manufacturing Germans, you know.
I'm giving you an order. Well, why can't you manufacture Germans? That's exactly what you can do. This bunch of yous are always parading around here in those captured Jerry uniforms.
Well, what are you talking about, sir?
I don't have to be a sea hero. I can be a land hero just as well. I'm going to stage an ambush.
Oh, no, sir. Nothing doing. No.
Yes. You're going to do just as I tell you, or I'm going to have you all court-martialed for having women on a military base, and for carousing, and for drinking, and for dancing.
Now, wait a minute. You were drinking and dancing right along with them.
Only to gather evidence, and Elroy will so testify.
Oh, now, Captain, you wouldn't pull a low-down, dirty, underhanded trick like that, would you?
Wouldn't I?
You would. You would. Hi, good sir. Here, let me give you a hand. Hi, Colonel Harrigan.
Hello, McHale. McHale, this is Mr. Frank Templeton.
How do you do, sir? It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine. It's great to come out here and see what a wonderful job you men are doing. Yes, the folks back home are very proud. McHale, is there anybody I can call when I get back?
Oh, well, now, that's very kind of you, sir.
Mr. Templeton, I'm Captain Binghamton. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir, but there's a war on, you know.
Please, Bingy.
I've been looking forward to meeting you, Captain.
Oh, no. Now I've seen everything. Bingy, this isn't Halloween. What are you playing, trick or treat?
Since I decided to start fighting this war instead of sitting at a desk like you do, I've got to be ready at all times. We've come in from a very rough action. Almost sunk a boat.
One of ours?
How did you know it was one of... Will you stop with the heckling?
Yeah, sir, don't you think we better get down the airstrip? Mr. Templeton has to catch a plane, you know.
Can't keep him waiting, you know. Taxpayers' money.
Wally, don't you think you better leave your toys behind? I mean, one of them might go off and hurt somebody.
The only people who are going to get hurt are the Jerrys. That road to the airport, that is a favorite ambush spot for German patrols. Is that right, McHale?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
You're both daffy. This whole area has been secured by the Army.
What would you know about a combat zone?
Combat? The closest you've ever got to combat was when that Italian waitress thought you made a pass at her.
I was only reaching for the grated cheese, and you know.
Now, boys. You sound like two senators with their hands caught in the pork barrel. Let's go now, shall we?
Here you go.
Right, here they come. You know what to do, you Schweinhund?
Jawohl, mein Insel! When you give the signal, we let them have it, with the blanks, until we get chased by the Amerikaner Capitan.
Yeah, you dumb Kampf.
Achtung! Ready? Aim! Fire! What thunderation was that?
It's a Jerry patrol. Everybody out. Take cover.
Schweinhund!
So the Army secured this area, huh, Colonel?
What's happened? However, it's a Jerry patrol out in the woods, sir, yes.
Now, there's just 6 or 7 of them. I'll go after 'em.
No, you can't, sir. It's why you get hurt, sir.
Oh, don't be silly. Stand back. That's my job. That's what the taxpayers are paying me for, right, Frank?
You kook! Get down! You're drawing their fire!
All right, you Jerrys, here I come.
Hold it! Here comes Binghamton. Come on, let's duck back in the woods. Up come! Here comes the Americanas!
Hey! Take that, you Jerrys! Go on the run!
Here comes the American madman!
Get up, guys! Caboose! Comrade! You Americans fight! Ah! You got me! How we doing, Captain?
Louder.
How we doing, Captain? You got me! Oh, you got me down! You got me!
The firing has stopped. Poor Binghamton. I wonder if he lived through it.
Do you see anything?
Hey, there's the captain now. He did it. He drove off those Jerrys. Oh, good work, sir.
Are you okay, Captain?
Well, I must be slipping. One of them got away.
You mean all the rest are...
All the rest. All right, Harrigan, you can come out now.
Yes, it is safe, Harrigan. Thanks to Wally here, I believe you owe him an apology, Colonel.
Yeah.
Mr. Templeton, have you ever seen such bravery, sir?
Don't you worry, McHale. Washington will hear about this, and soon.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Frank. I'm flattered, but really I'm too busy to go into politics right now. Besides, I didn't do anything, just risk my life.
You did, Wally. Harrigan, I want you to recommend Binghamton for a citation far beyond the call of duty.
I'd be happy to.
All right, you guys, we better get out of here. Come on, Hock 2, let's rush.
Okay, Jerry, it's free.
Huh? Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry's. Oh, no, Sarge, you got it all wrong. We're Americans, just like you.
Knock it out, Fritz. You don't drop those guns, you'll be kaput. Now drop them.
Fritz. Oh, no. My name's Chuck Parker. I was born in Chagrin Falls. Could be Fritz. I could be Fritz. Possible.
Hey, look, guys, this is all a mistake.
Yeah, we're GIs just like you.
Yeah, we're Americans.
Yeah, he's right. Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth. Don't fire to see the whites of their eyes. You better forget that one.
Quiet. We've been warned against you infiltrators. Now get your hands over your heads. Now let's go. Move!
You guys sure, it's all over. Well, it was nothing, Frank. I mean, it was nothing that any red-blooded American senator wouldn't have done.
I'll take issue with that. They tried gab, but you're a man of action, Wally. The kind of man that
Good heavens, what's that? Sergeant! Bring those prisoners over here.
All right, over there.
I wonder where those Germans came from.
I thought you got them all, Binghamton.
Well, now, those GIs will be able to bring in those prisoners. Why don't we hurry along, sir? We wouldn't want you to miss any of that stuff.
Hold it, McHale! There's something fluky going on here, Sergeant. Just bring those Jerrys right in here. There you go. Uh-huh. You sure look familiar, Fritz.
9 Fritz, Adolf Schweinheiser. On the fuel side of the family. Sieg Heil.
Just as I thought. Parker! And that there's Gruber! McHale, this is your crew.
You mean these Germans are his crew?
Yeah, only they ain't even Germans. Sergeant, you can take off. I'll handle this my own self. Thank you.
Well, if this isn't the weirdest Binghamton, this deserves an explanation. Start talking.
You tell him, McHale. I already told him that part.
Offhand, Frank, I would say that Binghamton staged this whole thing just to impress you, so he could get 4 years in Washington.
What?
Me? I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't do a thing. McHale did the whole thing. He put me up to it.
Now hold your horses, Captain.
Wait a minute, McHale. Now, let me get this straight, Binghamton. You say this whole scheme was McHale's idea?
That's right. You got my word as an officer and a gentleman.
Oh, wait a minute. That isn't the way it was.
You shut up, you Nazi. You just shut up.
Now, wait a minute. This has gone far enough.
It certainly has. I'm reporting the whole incident to the general.
Don't you dare, Colonel. That was quite a stunt, McHale.
What? Oh, did you like it, sir?
Shows great organization and planning. And most of all, a flair for the dramatic and a devious mind. You'd make a great politician, McHale.
What are you saying?
If ever you decide to go into politics after the war, McHale, look me up. Now, I really must catch that plane. They're all waiting.
Yes, sir. Here we go, sir.
He's not the one. Frank, he didn't have any. I was the Frank.
Well, so long, fellas. Good show. Don't forget the next election. Vote early and vote often.
Mr. Templeton.
I don't feel so bad, Wally. You can't win them all.
That broke it. A man can only take so much, and then he's got to start dishing it out.
Wait
Parker,
just a minute.
I'm going to give you till 3.
Hold it. Wait a minute.
3.
You cheated.
Distracted by her proximity to care. Then, she waited for Julian to fall into a deep, Barry White-induced slumber. She crept into the bedroom, swab in hand. Julian was snoring. "What are you doing, Vanessa?" Julian asked, his eyes snapping open. I was checking for cavities," she squeaked. Julian sat up, looking at the DNA kit. "Vanessa." She broke down, telling him everything. The sneezing in threes, the circulation, the college night. Julian looked at the swabs and then at his wife. "Vanessa, I have something to tell you. I went to the doctor years ago, after Leo was born. I wanted to make sure everything was okay for a second kid. The test came back. I'm sterile, Vanessa. I have been, since a childhood accident with a pogo stick, Leo. Leo is a miracle, but he's my son. I raised him. I don't care what a swab says." They both cried. It was a moment of pure, raw honesty. The next day, the results came back. Vanessa opened the envelope with trembling hands. She looked at the data, then at the paternity probability section. She started laughing. Then she started crying. "What is it?" Julian asked. "Dante." "He can't be the father," she gasped. "Why not?" "Because..." She pointed to a note at the bottom of the lab report. "Dante's DNA profile shows he's also sterile." Julian blinked. "So, if I'm sterile and he's sterile, who is Leo's father?" Vanessa looked at the ceiling, thinking back to that wild summer in college. "Wait, did I ever tell you about the guy who played the saxophone in the jazz band? The one who looked exactly like Barry White?" Julian sighed, falling back onto the bed. Leo was right. It's always the soul music. Chapter 7. The Final Proposal. Life in New Emerald Heights never stayed quiet for long. The novel concludes at a high-stakes gala for the salon's grand opening. Sebastian was there, looking nervous. He had a ring in his pocket. He was planning to propose to Tiffany again. Sterling and Elena were there too, but they were in the middle of a massive argument. "You don't want to marry me, Sterling," Elena shouted over the jazz band. "You just want a ball and chain. I asked you twice, and you said no," Sterling yelled back. "And now you're mad because I stopped asking?" "It's the principle of the thing." Julian and Vanessa watched from the balcony, sipping champagne. They had been through fires, literal car burnings, drug scares, and paternity mysteries. "You know," Julian said, pulling her close, "we might be a mess. Our friends might be crazy, and our son might be the reincarnation of a 70s soul singer." Vanessa smiled, leaning her head on his shoulder. "But at least we have each other. And," Julian whispered, "at least the walls in the new wing are soundproof." Vanessa laughed, the sound carrying over the music of New Emerald City. "In that case, I think I hear some Barry White coming on. The End, The Velvet Mane, Scandal, Silk, and Subterfuge." Chapter 1. thin walls, and the voice. The walls of the Montgomery Manor were not nearly thick enough for the secrets they were supposed to hold. At 14, Leo Montgomery, known to his friends as the Human Radar, had developed an uncanny ability to decipher the emotional state of his parents based solely on the acoustic output of their master bedroom. That morning, as the sun began to bleed through the curtains of their suburban Atlanta home, Leo sat at the kitchen island, methodically drowning his cereal in milk. He was waiting. Para, ise, umazale, haze. See, I didn't want to hear it, but I kinda wanted to hear it, Leo muttered to his bowl of flakes. Across from him, Aunt Pearl, a woman who wore silk robes like battle armor and held a coffee cup like a scepter, raised an eyebrow. You shouldn't have been listening, child. Privacy is a dying art. I was trying not to, Auntie, Leo insisted, his eyes wide with the trauma of a teenager. But I know, if I hear the voice, they're gonna come down smiling and happy, singing those old soulful ballads. You know, the ones by, what's his name? Larry White? Aunt Pearl nearly choked on her espresso. Larry White? Boy, if you don't put some respect on Barry White's name. The man was a legend. A deep-voiced, velvet-wearing titan of romance. Not Larry. Whatever, Leo shrugged. Old dude with the real deep voice. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. When Dad starts trying to talk that low, it means Mom isn't mad about the car anymore. Just then, Victor Montgomery Max in a former life, but now a man trying to pivot from sports broadcasting into high-stakes sports management floated into the kitchen. He was practically vibrating with a misplaced sense of triumph. Morning, family, Victor beamed, his voice noticeably an octave lower than usual. Leo peered over his cereal. Uh-oh, he's smiling. Auntie, you know what that means. Hi, Dad, Leo said, testing the waters. How was your night? Good. Great. Spectacular, Victor said, reaching for a bagel. Ready for your big history test? Sure. Where's Mom? She's coming down. Slept late. Victor's grin widened, looking like a cat that hadn't just eaten the canary, but had invited the canary to a 5-course dinner. Slept late? That's a good sign, Leo whispered to Aunt Pearl. It means they're at least sleeping in the same room. Did she make up with you, Dad, after the whole burning your designer suits in the driveway incident? Victor's smile faltered for a microsecond. Well, son, look, that's private business. But let's just say the walls around here are a little thin, and maybe you should wear headphones. I told you, Leo groaned. When that Teddy Pendergrass starts playing, I know exactly what's happening. And then you come down giggling like a schoolgirl, and Mom comes down right behind you all hing. It's gross, Dad. It's psychological warfare. The honk of a school bus saved Victor from further interrogation. Leo grabbed his bag, shouting a final warning about acoustic insulation as he bolted out the door. Chapter 2. The Truce at the Velvet Mane. The Velvet Mane was not just a salon. It was a sanctuary for the elite, a place where gossip was traded as currency, and the scent of expensive botanical oils hung heavy in the air. Elena Vance, the proprietor, was a woman of fierce ambition and even fiercer temper. She walked into the salon that morning with a glow that her best friend, Jada, immediately recognized. Jada was currently elbow-deep in a client's highlights, but she paused the moment Elena crossed the threshold. Good morning, babe, Victor said. Having followed his wife to her place of business, he was still riding the high of their midnight reconciliation. I've been doing a lot of thinking. All night long, Elena adjusted a display of $80 shampoos. That explains all the smoke coming out of your ears this morning. Babe, I've decided to trust you, Victor continued, ignoring the jab. I believe you didn't sleep with that woman. I'm letting it go. Elena stopped and looked at him, truly looked at him. You're letting it go? Victor, I burned your custom-tailored Italian suits. I melted your jewelry into a medallion that said, I hate you. And you're telling me you are letting it go? Yes, Victor said heroically. Because I love you. And if I didn't have to go to the studio, I'd go upstairs right now and soundproof the bedroom. We could make another Leo. Don't push your luck, Elena laughed, finally softening. See you tonight. As Victor exited, feeling like a king, Jada and the salon's resident firebrand, Savannah, descended upon Elena. I don't buy it, Jada said, crossing her arms. It would take a priest, an exorcist, and a personal apology from the president for you to let this go this fast. What's the catch, Elena? Elena looked around to ensure the clients were out of earshot. The catch is Serafina Thorne. The woman who claimed Victor is her baby daddy. I'm going to her house. At noon. I got the address. I knew it. Savannah squealed. The peaceful talk was just a smokescreen. You're going full Malcolm X. By Butki Funktien now contiet, by any means necessary. I have to know, Savannah, Elena whispered. I've been through too much with Victor to just take his word for it. I'm going to put this to bed once and for all. Chapter 3. The Contractor and the Ghost of College Past. While Elena was plotting her private investigation, the salon was undergoing a massive expansion. The sound of hammers and saws provided a rhythmic backdrop to the morning's drama. Tyrell, the lead contractor, was a man who looked like he had been sculpted out of mahogany and grit. He was professional, efficient, and currently the subject of intense scrutiny by the salon staff. How does Elena not remember him? Jada whispered to Savannah as they watched Tyrell check the load-bearing walls. She remembers, Savannah replied with a wicked glint in her eye. She was wild in college. They had a one-night stand 14 years ago. She's just playing it cool because she's a happily married woman now. I would never forget a man who looks like that, Savannah added, sighing. I'd remember his social security number and his blood type. Tyrell, aware of the whispering but ever the professional, approached the desk. The bid for the expansion is solid, but we ran into a structural issue. We need a column here. It's a load-bearing wall. Elena, returning from a quick phone call, eyed him suspiciously. A column? Is this your way of charging me more money? You contractors are all the same. No extra charge, Elena, Tyrell said, his voice smooth. It's for safety. I want the work done right. I promise. Fine, Elena snapped. Just do your job. I'll pay you, and then you can be on your way. Like what? Like you remember the specific flavor of the lip gloss I wore in 2009, Tyrell smirked. It was cherry, and we were in Athens. The tension was thick enough to clog a hairdryer. But the drama shifted when Victor's business partner, Reggie, walked in, followed by his shadow and Victor's ex-wife, Cassandra. Cassandra was a woman who lived for two things: high fashion and making Elena's life miserable. She followed Reggie everywhere, acting like his personal Secret Service agent. Reggie, why are we here? Cassandra asked, her voice dripping with artificial sweetener. The air in here feels cheap. We're here to celebrate. Cassandra, Reggie said, looking exhausted. The new sports show is a hit. The ratings are through the roof. Victor arrived shortly after, and for a moment, the salon felt like a powder keg. Ex-wives, current wives, former hookups, and suspicious husbands all occupied the same 2,000 square feet. It was a miracle the roof didn't just cave in from the sheer weight of the awkwardness. Chapter 4. The Serafina revelation. The noon hour arrived. Elena, Jada, and Savannah piled into Elena's SUV like a low-budget version of Charlie's Angels. They drove to a modest townhouse on the outskirts of the city. What if she has a gun? Savannah asked, applying a fresh layer of power red lipstick. Then I hope you can dodge bullets as well as you dodge your taxes, Elena retorted. They knocked. A woman answered. Serafina Thorne didn't look like a homewrecker. She looked tired. She looked like someone who had been paid to do a job she wasn't very good at. The confrontation was surprisingly short. Elena didn't have to raise her voice. She simply stood there, radiating the kind of quiet menace that only a woman who has melted gold jewelry can possess. 10 minutes later, the trio was back in the SUV. Elena was shaking. She confessed. Elena breathed. Victor was telling the truth. She was put up to it by some friend she's no longer speaking to. She doesn't even have a kid. It was all a scam. Oh, honey, Jada said, reaching over to pat Elena's hand. You're in deep. You burned his car, Elena. You melted his watch. I'm a monster, Elena moaned. I have to make it up to him. I have to go home. And cook. Don't cook, Savannah warned. You want him to forgive you, not hospitalize him. Go with the freaky-deaky approach. Miss Pearl says the bed of marriage is undefiled. Use your assets, girl. Chapter 5. The paternity panic. Just as Elena was beginning to feel a sense of peace, a new, more terrifying storm gathered on the horizon. Leo had come to the salon after school, complaining of a scratchy throat. Tyrell, the contractor, happened to be nearby. As Tyrell and Leo stood near each other, the salon fell silent. Savannah gasped. Jada dropped a comb. Look at them, Jada whispered. The way they tilt their heads. The way they both have that weird mole on their left ear. Elena, did you see Tyrell's mother's picture? Elena looked at the photo. Tyrell had left on the break room table a picture of his mother from the 70s. She looked exactly like Leo. Not kind of like Leo. She looked like Leo in a wig and a dashiki. 14 years ago, Savannah hissed. Leo is 13. The math is mathing, Elena. Elena felt the world tilting. No. You need DNA, Jada said, pulling a bundle of sterilized swabs from her oversized designer purse. Why do you have those? Elena asked, horrified. I'm a woman of the world, Elena. I keep testing kits for child support, snacks, and extra lashes. You never know when you'll need to prove a lineage. The mission was clear. Elena had to swab Tyrell and Victor without them knowing. The attempt to swab Tyrell was a disaster. Jada tried to distract him by claiming he had a lip fungus that needed testing. Tyrell, being a sane human being, simply moved away. I can't have kids anyway, Tyrell finally admitted, looking annoyed. Had a pencil accident in preschool. It's a whole tragic thing. I'm sterile. The relief that washed over Elena was so intense she nearly fainted. Leo was Victor's. The universe had decided to give her one break. Chapter 6. The Great Herb Intervention. The peace, however, lasted exactly 4 hours. Back at the Montgomery Manor, Elena was tidying up when she found something tucked behind a radiator in the hallway. A joint. A perfectly rolled, high-grade marijuana cigarette. Her screams could be heard in the next county. My baby is a drug lord. Elena wailed as Victor walked through the door. Babe, calm down, Victor said, looking at the joint. It's just one. Maybe it's not his. He's going to turn into my Uncle Harold. Elena sobbed. They call him Peaches now, Victor. He lives on a street corner and scratches himself. I won't have a child named Peaches. Leo walked in, looking confused. Why are you guys looking at me like I'm a high-definition documentary on Narcos? Is this yours? Elena shrieked, thrusting the joint in his face. No. Mom, I go to a private school. I know what weed smells like, but I'm an athlete. I'm not smoking that. The argument escalated until Aunt Pearl wandered into the room, looking remarkably relaxed. She was holding a bag of artisanal cookies and wearing sunglasses indoors. Give me that, Pearl said, snatching the joint from Elena's hand. And stop yelling. You're vibrating at a frequency that's upsetting my chi. Aunt Pearl? Victor asked. Is that yours? Pearl sighed, a cloud of calm surrounding her. I have cancer, Victor. It's early stages, but the chemo makes me feel like I've been hit by a freight train. The doctor prescribed this to help with the nausea. I didn't want to make a fuss. The room went silent. The anger vanished, replaced by a wave of guilt and love. Oh, Auntie, Elena whispered, hugging the older woman. Why didn't you tell us? Because I knew you'd do exactly this, Pearl said, gesturing to the drama. Now, Victor, if you want to be useful, go get me some of those ginger snaps from the high shelf. And Leo, if I catch you touching my medicine, I will show you why they call me the Queen of the South. Chapter 7. The Proposal and the Time of the Month Trap. The final act of the week's drama took place at a lavish dinner party hosted by Elena and Victor. It was meant to be a celebration of the salon's expansion, but it quickly turned into a battlefield of the sexes. Reggie had decided to propose to Cassandra. He did it in the middle of the appetizers, presenting a ring the size of a pigeon's egg. Cassandra, naturally, made a scene, demanding 5,000 doves and a horse-drawn carriage for the actual wedding. Watching this, Julian, a wealthy, somewhat oblivious friend of the family, decided it was time to propose to Elena's friend. Elena, the real estate mogul. Let's call her Elena too. But Elena II was having none of it. I like our arrangement, Julian. We have freedom. Why ruin a good thing with a legal contract and shared taxes? The argument spilled into the kitchen, where Victor and the guys were hiding with a bottle of scotch. Women are impossible, Julian groaned. She says she wants to be with me forever, but she won't sign the paper. Victor, feeling wise after his week of turmoil, offered his advice. Maybe she's just sensitive right now. You know, the calendar, the moon cycles. The kitchen door swung open. Elena II stood there, her eyes flashing fire. Did you just suggest my autonomy is tied to my hormones, Victor Montgomery? Victor froze. I was using it as an alert. Man, law, number one. There is no man law, Elena II shouted. There is only the law of you being a complete idiot. As the dinner party devolved into a series of hilarious arguments, Elena stood in the center of her living room, watching her chaotic, beautiful, dysfunctional family. Victor approached her, wrapping his arms around her waist. So, are we good? No more burning clothes? No more melted gold? Elena leaned back against him. For now. But Victor? Yeah, babe? If I ever hear Larry White coming from the bedroom again, I'm buying a drum kit for Leo. Victor laughed, the sound deep and resonant. Deal. But just for the record, it's Barry. I know. Elena smiled. I just like watching your eye twitch. And as the sun set over the Atlanta skyline, the residents of the Montgomery house prepared for another day of high-stakes hair, low-stakes honesty, and the eternal comedy of trying to stay married in a world with very thin walls. The end. The Oakmont Chronicles. Thin Walls and Thicker Secrets. Prologue. The Symphony of Reconciliation. The walls of the Vance Manor in Oakmont Heights were not so much structural boundaries as they were porous suggestions. They were designed by an architect who clearly valued open concept, living more than auditory privacy. For young Leo Vance, a 13-year-old with the ears of a bat and the cynicism of a retired detective, this was a daily cross to bear. Leo sat at the breakfast island, methodically drowning his cereal in milk, his eyes fixed on the ceiling. He knew the signs. He knew the sequence. See, I didn't want to hear it, but I kinda wanted to hear it, Leo muttered to himself, his voice a low, melodic grumble. You shouldn't have been listening, Leo. I was trying not to, but I know if I hear it, they're gonna come down smiling and happy, singing those old soulful ballads. He was referring to his parents, Maxwell and Alyssa Vance. Maxwell was a top-tier sports anchor with a voice like velvet-wrapped gravel. Alyssa was the fiery queen of the Velvet Room Salon. When they fought, the neighborhood trembled. When they made up, the neighborhood, or at least Leo, heard the soundtrack. Who's that singer again? Leo squinted, trying to recall the name of the baritone legend his father favored for romantic maneuvers. Old dude with the real deep voice. I love you, baby. Babe, babe. It's Barry White, you genius, came a voice from the stairs. Maxwell Vance descended the stairs, looking a bit too refreshed for a man who had been in a war zone just 24 hours ago. He was grinning, adjusting his tie, and humming a tune that definitely wasn't a church hymn. Hi, Dad, Leo said, his tone flat. How was your night? Good? Slept late. That's a good sign, isn't it? Maxwell paused, his smile faltering slightly. What do you mean, son? Well, Leo gestured with a spoonful of soggy oats toward the ceiling. It means you two actually managed to stay in the same zip code of a room. Did Mum finally forgive you for the whole Sabrina mess last night? Maxwell's face clouded. Well, son, look, that's a complicated question. So, that's a no, Leo concluded. I was hoping you did. But then I was hoping I didn't hear it. But I did want to hear it. Because if y'all are doing it, then at least Mom isn't burning your suits in the driveway again. Leo, what are you talking about? The walls, Dad, they're thin. You come down here giggling like a schoolgirl, and then Mom comes down right behind you, and together y'all are just he, all the way to the bus stop. Maxwell opened his mouth to deliver a lecture on boundaries. But the honk of a school bus saved him. Leo shouldered his backpack, gave his father a pitying look, and vanished through the front door. Chapter 1. The Salon of Suspicion. The Velvet Room Salon was the epicenter of Oakmont's gossip. It was a place where hair was styled and reputations were shredded. Alyssa Vance stood in the center of the chaos, her arms crossed, watching the construction crew work on the expansion. Dante, I need that wall down by Monday, she shouted over the sound of a drill. Dante Sterling, the lead contractor, wiped sweat from his brow and flashed a grin that was far too white to be natural. He was a man who looked like he'd been carved out of mahogany. Alyssa, relax. I'm a professional. I do it right, or I don't do it at all. Alyssa's best friend, Lana, a real estate mogul with a penchant for high-end wine and low-end drama, leaned over. Honey, that man is fine. How do you not remember him from college? Alyssa scoffed. College was 14 years ago, Lana. I was young, wild, and focused on my career. I don't remember every fine man who crossed my path. Oh, you remember, Lana whispered. He was a legend at the Sigma house. Quiet, Alyssa snapped. But her eyes lingered on Dante a second too long. The bell chimed, and Jennifer, the salon's most outspoken stylist, stormed in. Jennifer was a woman who lived her life in bold colors and louder volumes. Girl, did you hear? The mystery woman, Sabrina Murphy? I got her address. The salon went silent. The scandal that had been rocking the Vance marriage. An anonymous claim that Maxwell had fathered a child with a woman named Sabrina was the only thing Alyssa could think about. I told Max I trusted him this morning, Alyssa said, her voice trembling slightly. I told him I believed him. And? Jennifer asked, popping her gum. And I lied, Alyssa admitted. I'm going over there. I need to know the truth. I can't live in this maybe anymore. I've been through too much with Max to let some ghost from his past haunt my future. I'm coming with you, Lana said immediately. Me too, Jennifer added, grabbing a tub of Vaseline from her station. Just in case things get. Malcolm X. We might start with Martin Luther King peaceful talk, but by the time we leave, it might be by any means necessary. Chapter 2. The Studio and the Sting. Across town, Maxwell was at the Seasport studio, finishing a segment with his partner, Julian. Julian was the cool one, the man who thought a poodle was an appropriate pet for a 6'4" athlete. And we're clear, the producer shouted. Maxwell slumped in his chair. Man, I'm exhausted. Alyssa says she forgives me, but I feel like I'm walking on eggshells that are actually landmines. Reggie, their business partner and the resident skeptic, walked in holding a letter. Max, this just got dropped off. From a Sabrina Murphy. Maxwell's heart skipped a beat. He took the envelope with shaking hands. He tore it open and read aloud. Dear Maxwell, I am so sorry for the trouble I caused. Your wife came to see me this morning. I told her the truth. We never met. We were never together. I don't even have a kid. I was paid to lie by an old friend of yours who wanted to see you fall. Your wife knows everything now. Maxwell felt a wave of relief wash over him, followed immediately by a surge of righteous indignation. She went to her house? After she told me she trusted me? She went behind my back? Hey, look on the bright side, Julian said, patting his shoulder. The truth is out. No, baby, no scandal. No, Maxwell said, his eyes narrowing. The truth is out, but the trust is still broken. She lied to me about believing me. I'm going to make a point. A very loud, very dramatic point. Chapter 3. The Paternity Panic. Back at the salon. The atmosphere had shifted from suspicious to existential. Alyssa was sitting in her stylish chair, looking like she'd seen a ghost. He was telling the truth, Alyssa whispered. Sabrina admitted it. She was a fraud. And I burnt his car. I melted his jewelry into a medallion that said, I hate you. Honey, you were expressive, Lana said, trying to be helpful. I'm in deep, Alisa groaned. I told him I trusted him. Then I stalked a woman who doesn't even have a kid. How do I fix this? But the universe wasn't done with Alyssa Vance. As she watched Dante, the contractor, interact with her son Leo, who had stopped by after school, her blood ran cold. Leo was complaining about his asthma. Yeah, I have trouble breathing sometimes, Leo said to Dante. Me too, Dante replied. I outgrew it though. When I was your age, I had a nasty whooping cough and poor circulation in my left leg. Leo's eyes widened. I had that too. And I'm 13. I was 13 when I hit my growth spurt. Dante laughed. You look just like my mother's side of the family, kid. Alyssa gripped the armrests of her chair so hard her knuckles turned white. She looked at Leo. She looked at Dante. She thought back to that wild college weekend 14 years ago, the night she'd always told herself didn't mean anything. Jennifer, Alyssa hissed, pulling her friend into the back room. Leo isn't Maxwell's son. What? Jennifer's gum nearly fell out of her mouth. He looks like Dante. He has the same medical issues as Dante. He's 13. The math. Jennifer, the math is mathing in the wrong direction. Lord have mercy, Jennifer whispered. I was not a freak. I was experimental. Alyssa panicked. If Maxwell finds out that his mini-me is actually Dante's junior, he'll do more than burn my clothes. He'll leave me. We need DNA, Jennifer said, her eyes gleaming with the thrill of a new mission. I have a friend in the FBI who can rush it. She handed Alyssa a pack of long cotton swabs. Get a sample from Max tonight while he's sleeping, and I'll get one from Dante tomorrow. Chapter 4. The Fake Confession. That evening, the Vance household was a theater of the absurd. Alyssa was extra attentive, cooking Maxwell's favorite meal, her eyes darting nervously as she planned her swab attack. Maxwell, however, was playing his own game. He knew she'd been to Sabrina's house. He knew she was feeling guilty. It was time to pull the ultimate prank. Babe, Maxwell said, his voice dripping with fake sorrow. I have something to tell you. I lied. Alyssa froze, a forkful of greens halfway to her mouth. Lied about what? Sabrina. The baby. It's mine. The DNA test came back today. I'm so sorry. Alyssa's eyes bulged. You what? Yeah, Maxwell continued, leaning in. And I told her to lie to you. I told her to tell you we never met. But I can't live with the guilt anymore. We have to figure out how to raise this child together. The Martin Luther King piece in Alyssa vanished instantly. She stood up, knocking her chair over. Have you lost your damn mind? You think you're gonna bring a baby into this house? I don't care what I said about trusting you. You cheated. You lied. She lunged across the table, grabbing Maxwell by his shirt. Maxwell started laughing. He couldn't help it. Babe, calm down. I'm kidding. Alyssa stopped, her hands still curled into fists. Kidding? I got the letter from Sabrina. Alyssa, I know you went over there. I know you didn't trust me. I was making a point. Alyssa sank back into her chair, her face turning a bright shade of crimson. I'm sorry, Max. I had to be sure. I know, Max said, softening. But we're okay. No babies, no scandals, just us. Alyssa nodded, forcing a smile. But in her pocket, the DNA swabs felt like lead. No babies, Max? She thought. Wait until the FBI gets back to us. Chapter 5. The Nana Flo Incident. Nana Flo, the Vances' longtime housekeeper and honorary grandmother, was a woman of mystery. She was usually the voice of reason, but lately she'd been acting strange. She was sitting in the kitchen more often, staring at the laundry, and occasionally giggling at nothing. One morning, Alyssa found a small, hand-rolled cigarette, a joint on the floor outside Leo's room. Leo! Alyssa screamed, her voice hitting a frequency that shattered a nearby wine glass. Maxwell, get down here. The family gathered in the living room. Alisa held the joint as if it were a live grenade. I refused to have a crackhead as a child. My baby is going to be Peaches. Like Uncle Harold. He's gonna be on the street corner, with no teeth. Scratching and scratching. Babe, it's a joint, not a rock of crack. Maxwell tried to intervene. It's a gateway drug, Max. Next thing you know, he'll be doing anything for a fix. Leo, tell us the truth. Why are you smoking the devil's lettuce? Leo looked bewildered. Mom, I'm 13. I don't even know how to use a lighter. That's not mine. Don't lie to me, Alisa sobbed. I quit the wildlife so you wouldn't have to. It's mine, a quiet voice said from the corner. Everyone turned. Nana Flo stood there, looking tired but defiant. Nana Flo? Maxwell asked, stunned. You're a stoner? The doctor prescribed it, Maxwell. Nana Flo sighed. I've been going through chemotherapy. I have a little cancer. It helps with the nausea. I didn't want to tell you, because I didn't want a fuss. The room went silent. The anger vanished, replaced by a heavy, heart-aching wave of love. Alisa dropped the joint and ran to Nana Flo, hugging her tight. Oh, Nana Flo, why didn't you tell us? Because I'm not dead yet. Nana Flo grumbled into Alisa's shoulder. And if you call me Peaches, I'll quit. Leo looked at his parents. So, do I get a PlayStation? For being falsely accused? Go to your room, Leo, Maxwell said, though there was no bite in it. Chapter 6. The Gay Husband Ruse. A week later, Alisa was back at the salon when her old college friend, Nathan, strolled in. Nathan was a man who could only be described as aggressively handsome. Nathan! Alisa squealed, jumping into his arms. Lana pulled her aside. Is that another one? Honey, your college years were a buffet. Nathan is just a friend, Alisa insisted. But Max is so jealous. I told him back in the day that Nathan was gay so they could hang out without Max wanting to fight him. And is he? Lana asked, eyeing Nathan's tight jeans. Straight as a ruler, Alisa whispered. But Max doesn't need to know that. That night, Max and his friend Reggie joined Alisa and Nathan for dinner. Max was being uncharacteristically friendly to Nathan. So, Nathan, Max said, leaning back. Alisa tells me every girl needs a Nick, a Nathan in her life. A gay husband, she calls you. Nathan choked on his wine. He looked at Alisa, who was giving him a desperate play-along look. Yeah, Nathan said, his voice rising an octave. Tons of guys are always trying to get at me. I'm just so popular in the community. That's great, Max said, his grin becoming predatory. Because I have a friend I'd like to introduce you to. Big Frank. He's a security guard at the studio. 6'8". Works out. Just got out of prison. For attempted murder. Of his last lover. But he's a real cuddler. Nathan's face turned pale. Prison? Attempted murder? Yeah, Max continued. He's on his way over now. He just had his back and legs waxed. He's looking for a sweet thing like you, Nathan. Nathan stood up so fast he nearly flipped the table. I'm not gay. I'm straight. Alisa, I can't do this. I'm not meeting Big Frank. Maxwell burst out laughing. I knew it. Lana told Reggie. And Reggie told me. You think you can lie to a professional investigator? A sports anchor about your gay husband? Alisa sighed, defeated. Fine, you caught me, but Nathan and I really are just friends. I know, Max said, pulling her close. But the Big Frank story was worth it just to see Nathan's face. Chapter 7. The Prenup Paradox. While the Vances were busy with their dramas, their friends Lana and Julian were facing a crisis of their own. Julian had decided to propose, but the shadow of Reggie's ex-wife, Katrina, hung over them. Katrina was a social climber who viewed marriage as a corporate merger with a high exit fee. She was currently dating Reggie, Maxwell's business partner, and was pushing for a wedding without a prenuptial agreement. A prenup is a setup for failure, Katrina told the group during a dinner party. Lana, the realist, disagreed. A prenup is like a seatbelt. You don't put it on because you plan to crash. You put it on because you know other people are bad drivers. Julian, caught in the middle, tried to propose to Lana that night. He got down on one knee, his face full of love. Lana, I've realized I can't live without you. Lana looked at him, then at the ring, then at Katrina's smug face. Julian, are you asking me because you love me, or because you're afraid of being alone? I love you. And the prenup? Lana asked. Julian hesitated. I haven't thought about it. Lana sighed. Then the answer is, maybe. Let's talk when you've checked your bank account and your heart. Chapter 8. The truth about Leo. The DNA results finally arrived in a plain white envelope. Alisa sat in the salon, her hands shaking so much she couldn't open it. Jennifer did the honors. Okay, Jennifer said, her voice unusually soft. Here we go. Leo Vance and Maxwell Vance. She scanned the paper. Her face went blank. What? Alisa gasped. Is it Dante? Is he the father? Jennifer looked up, a slow grin spreading across her face. Maxwell is the father. Alisa. 99.9% match. Alisa burst into tears of relief. But the asthma, the circulation, the whooping cough, coincidence, Jennifer said. Or maybe Dante just has the most common medical history in the world. Either way, Leo is a Vance. I have to tell Max, Alisa said. I have to tell him everything, including the part where you thought he wasn't the father and tried to steal his DNA in his sleep, Jennifer asked. Alisa paused. Maybe I'll leave that part out, for now. Epilogue. The time of the month. The peace in the Vance household lasted for exactly 48 hours. Maxwell was in a great mood. The scandal was gone, Nana Flo was recovering, and his wife was being incredibly affectionate. But then, Julian made the mistake of his life. Julian and Lana were arguing in the living room about the wedding plans again. Lana, why are you being so sensitive? Wait, what's the date? Oh, I see. It's that time of the month, isn't it? The room went ice cold. Maxwell and Reggie, who were standing by the bar, slowly backed away. Julian. Maxwell whispered. Man, law number 1. Never, ever mention the time of the month. Lana stood up, her eyes flashing like a summer storm. Did you just attribute my valid emotional concerns to my biology? I'm just saying. You're a little alert right now, Julian started. Mayday. Mayday, Reggie shouted. He's crashing. The pilot has lost control. Lana didn't shout. She didn't scream. She simply walked over to Julian, took the $57,000 ring off her finger, and dropped it into his glass of scotch. Call me when your clock resets, Julian, she said, and walked out. Maxwell looked at Alisa, who was watching the scene with a predatory grin. Babe, Maxwell said. I would never say that to you. I know, Max, Alisa said, patting his cheek, because you like having teeth. Upstairs, Leo Vance sighed and put on his noise-canceling headphones. He didn't need to hear the rest. He already knew how the story ended. It usually ended with Barry White, and as the first deep notes of a bass guitar vibrated through the floorboards, Leo smiled. The walls were thin, but the love and the drama was thick enough to hold the whole house together. The end. Neon hearts and paper walls. A novel of love, lies, and high-definition drama. Chapter 1. The Midnight Baseline. The walls of the Moretti Villa in Coral Gables were not so much barriers as they were suggestions. Made of high-end plaster and a complete lack of acoustic integrity, they served as the primary broadcasting system for the marital fluctuations of Dante the Mouth Moretti and his firebrand wife Sienna. Leo, their 14-year-old son, sat at the kitchen island, methodically drowning his cereal in a sea of milk. He didn't need the news. He had the vibrations. See, I didn't want to hear it, but the universe insisted. Leo muttered to his father as Dante descended the stairs, looking remarkably like a man who had just survived a tropical storm. Dante, a legendary sports radio host with a voice like gravel dipped in honey, adjusted his silk robe. You shouldn't have been listening, Leo. Mind your business and your Cheerios. I was trying not to. Pa. But when the Gary White record starts spinning at 2 a.m., it's hard to ignore the signal. Dante paused, his hand hovering over the coffee pot. Who is Gary White? You know? Leo grinned, imitating a deep, soulful rumble. Old dude with the voice that makes the floorboards shake? I love you, baby. I need you, baby, baby. It's Barry White, you uncultured cub, Dante sighed. And for your information, your mother and I were just discussing the architectural merits of the bedroom. Right, discussing. Is that why you're sleeping in the guest wing tonight? The silence that followed was louder than any record. Dante's ego, usually the size of a stadium, deflated slightly. Finish your breakfast. 1. You've got a chemistry test. And unlike my marriage, that actually has a right answer. Sienna Moretti entered the room then, a whirlwind of designer silk and the scent of expensive jasmine. She didn't look at Dante. She looked through him, as if he were a particularly annoying pane of glass. Good morning, Leo, she said, her voice clipped. Ready for school? Ready for a soundproof room, Ma, Leo replied, sliding his bowl away. Good luck with the negotiations. I'm out. As the front door slammed, the atmosphere in the kitchen dropped 20 degrees. I did a lot of thinking last night, Dante, Sienna said, pouring herself a tea with the precision of a chemist handling nitroglycerin. Thinking is good, Dante said cautiously. Thinking is progress. I've decided to trust you. About the Sasha Del Rey situation, Dante exhaled a breath he'd been holding since Tuesday. Thank you. I swear, Sienna, I don't even know that woman. The claim that I have a love child in the Florida Keys is pure tabloid fiction. I know, Sienna said, finally looking at him. But Dante? Trust but verify. I've got her address. I'm going over there this afternoon with a bottle of Vaseline and my cousin Sophia. If she's lying, I'll find out. If she's telling the truth, well, you'd better start liking the taste of hospital food. Chapter 2. The Sovereign Style Expansion. Sienna's Sovereign Styles was more than a salon. It was the nerve center of South Beach gossip. Today, it was also a construction zone. I need this wall gone, Sienna commanded, pointing a manicured finger at a load-bearing pillar. I need space for the VIP lounge. We have celebrities coming in next month. Actually, Sienna, that pillar is the only thing keeping the roof from becoming your new hat. A smooth, baritone voice interrupted. Sienna froze. Standing there, holding a blueprint and wearing a tool belt that looked far too good on him, was Julian. Julian, the man from the wild college summer of '09. The man who had been the subject of several deleted photo albums and one very specific restraining order from her mother. Julian? Sienna hissed. You're the contractor Maya hired? The best in the city, Julian smirked, leaning against the very wall he'd been hired to demolish. I see you haven't changed. Still trying to break things that are meant to stand. Maya, Sienna's business partner and best friend, stepped between them. Okay, we're keeping it professional. Julian has the best rates. And Sienna, you want this finished by the gala. I remember you, big guy, chimed in Bella, the salon's resident fire starter and lead colorist. She was currently hovering over a client with a bowl of bleach, her eyes locked on Julian's biceps. Weren't you the one who tried to climb the water tower for Sienna back in the day? I was young and athletic, Julian laughed. Now I just build things. Sienna turned to the window, her heart doing a frantic tap dance. Just do the job, Julian. I'll pay the invoice. And you'll leave. No talking about the past. Whatever you say, boss lady, Julian said, his eyes lingering just a second too long. Across town, Dante was having a similarly stressful morning at the studio. His co-host, Brody, was currently dating Dante's ex-wife, Tiffany. She brought me lunch again, Dante, Brody said, holding up a gourmet salad. She's so sweet. I don't know why you ever let her go, Dante glared at the monitor. She's here every day, Brody. It's a radio station, not a picnic. And she's only sweet, Until you forget to pay the gardener. Then she's a hurricane with a credit card. You're just jealous, Brody teased. Dante ripped the envelope open. His eyes scanned the page. Dear Dante, I'm so sorry. Your wife came to see me. I told her the truth. We've never met. I don't have a kid. I was paid to frame you by an old friend of yours who's still mad about the 2018 playoffs. Your wife knows everything now. Enali now, tu sei ne. You lang, very key. Dante slumped in his chair. She went there. She actually went there. Man, Brody said, leaning in. You've got a wild one. But hey, at least you're off the hook. Off the hook? Dante groaned. Brody, she went to a stranger's house to fight them for me. I'm either the luckiest man alive, or I'm living in a slasher movie. Chapter 3. The Gateway Scare. Disaster struck the Moretti household on a Friday morning. Sienna, performing her weekly preventative maintenance, searching Leo's room for anything suspicious, found it. A perfectly rolled, green, pungent cigarette. Dante, get in here. She shrieked. Dante ran into the hallway, tripping over a rug. What? Is there a fire? A spider? An intruder? Sienna held the joint aloft like a cursed relic. Leo is a drug lord. Our son is a kingpin. He's going to be a crackhead, Dante. Next thing you know, he'll be living under a bridge, scratching himself and calling himself Peaches. Sienna, it's one joint, Dante said, though his face was pale. It's not exactly a cartel. It's a gateway. First it's this, then it's heroin, then it's selling his organs for a fix. All that money we spent on his braces. Wasted. His teeth will fall out. Heroin doesn't make your teeth fall out immediately. Dante tried to reason, but Sienna was already on the floor, weeping over a stack of library books titled, Is Your Teenager a Ticking Time Bomb? When Leo walked in from school, he was greeted by a scene from a Shakespearean tragedy. His mother was clutching a video titled, Drugs Are for Jive Turkeys, and his father was staring at him with the intensity of a grand inquisitor. Pop? Ma? Why are you guys watching a 1980s PSA? Leo. Dante began sternly. Explain this. He held up the joint. Leo looked at it. He looked at his parents. Then he burst out laughing. You think that's mine? Man, I play the saxophone. I need my lungs. I'm flying high on an A+ in algebra. Not that. Then whose is it? Sienna demanded. It was in the hallway. It belongs to Mama G, Leo said simply. The room went silent. Mama G was the family's beloved housekeeper and Sienna's surrogate mother. She was 72 years old and spent most of her time at church or yelling at the TV. Mama G? Sienna gasped. You're lying to cover your own tracks. Go to your room. Just then, Mama G hobbled into the room, smelling faintly of lavender and something skunk-like. What's all the noise? She barked. I'm trying to watch my stories. Mama G, Dante said gently. Leo says this. This medicine is yours. Mama G looked at the joint. She sighed, a long, weary sound. It is. I've been taking treatment, Sienna, for the cancer. The air left the room. Sienna collapsed onto the sofa, the Jive Turkey video falling from her hand. Cancer? Mama G. Why didn't you tell us? Because you're a fire starter, Sienna. You'd have turned it into a parade. The doctor prescribed it for the nausea. It helps me eat. It helps me stay here and yell at you fools. You have Nasta. Sienna hugged the older woman, weeping for a completely different reason now. I'm so sorry. We'll take care of you. No more working. You just rest. Rest? I'm not dead yet, Mama G snapped, though she leaned into the hug. And Leo? Since you told on me, you're doing the laundry for a month. No ass mask required. Chapter 4. The mystery of the gay best friend. The tension in the Moretti marriage was often fueled by Dante's territorial nature. Lorenzo was 6'2", had a jawline that could cut glass, and was currently in town to help Sienna with the salon's rebranding. Dante, Lorenzo is coming over for dinner, Sienna announced. And remember, he's like a sister to me. The gay guy? Dante asked, barely looking up from the game. Yeah, fine. He can come. He's harmless. At dinner, Lorenzo was the life of the party. He complimented Dante's sturdy frame and talked at length about color palettes and fabric swatches. You know, Dante, Lorenzo said, leaning in. Dante puffed out his chest. I keep it tight, Lorenzo. I keep it tight. But, across the table, Maya and Brody were exchanging looks. They knew the truth. Lorenzo wasn't gay. He was a notorious womanizer who had once been nicknamed the South Beach Seducer. Later that night, after Lorenzo had left, Dante found Maya in the kitchen. He's a nice guy, that Lorenzo, Dante said. A bit flamboyant, but nice. Maya couldn't take it. The secret was burning a hole in her conscience. Dante, he's not gay. Dante froze. What? Sienna told you that so you wouldn't get jealous. They've been friends for years, and he's straight as an arrow. He's probably at a club right now, hitting on 3 women at once. The silverback alert went off in Dante's brain. The gravel in his voice turned to boulders. The next evening, when Lorenzo returned to help with more fabric, Dante was waiting. He had invited a guest of his own. Lorenzo. Glad you're back. Dante grinned, though his eyes were cold. Listen, I felt bad that you were single, so I invited a friend for you to meet. This is Frank. Frank was a 7-foot-tall security guard from the radio station. He was wearing a shirt 3 sizes too small and was currently flexing his pectorals. Frank is looking for a friend too, Dante said, patting Frank on the shoulder. I told him you're a big fan of cuddling and spooning. Why don't you two go out for a nightcap? Lorenzo's face went pale. He looked at Frank. He looked at Sienna, who was mortified. Actually, Lorenzo stammered. Oh? But you just told me you were lonely. Dante challenged. Frank here just had his legs waxed for the occasion. Don't be rude, Lorenzo. Lorenzo broke. Okay. Fine. I'm straight. I'm straight as a board. Sienna, I can't do this. Frank looks like he could eat me for breakfast. I knew it, Dante roared, though he was laughing. Get out of here, Lorenzo. And Sienna? Next time you want to hang out with a sister, make sure he doesn't have a better bench press than me. Chapter 5. The Proposal Perplexion. While Dante and Sienna were navigating their minefield, Caden, the suave real estate developer, and Maya, the agent, were facing their own crisis. Caden had the ring. A $57,000 diamond that looked like a small planet. He had been planning the proposal for weeks. I'm going to do it tonight, Dante, Caden whispered at the gym. I'm going to ask Maya to be mine forever. A prenup is a setup for failure, shouted Brody from the treadmill. Don't do it, Caden. It's a trap. Ignore him, Dante said. But Caden, be careful. Maya's been acting weird lately. She told Sienna she likes the freedom of their current arrangement. That night, Caden took Maya to a private rooftop dinner. Maya, my knees have been bothering me, but for you, I'd crawl through glass. Caden, stop, Maya shrieked. Don't you dare bend that knee. If you're going to ask me what I think you're going to ask me, the answer is I have a headache. Caden froze mid-drop. A headache? Maya, I'm trying to give you a legacy. I'm trying to give you a family. We have a legacy. We have a great apartment and a dog. Why ruin it with papers and lawyers? Because I love you. Then love me without the contract. The argument raged for 3 hours. It culminated in the most dangerous territory a man can enter. You know what? Caden snapped, exhausted. I think I know what this is. What's the date, Maya? Maya squinted. The 14th. Why? Ah, there it is. It's that time of the month. You're just being sensitive. I'll ask you again in 5 days when your hormones settle down. The silence that followed was not merely a lack of sound. It was the death of an era. Did you? Maya whispered, her voice trembling with the force of 1,000 suns. Just blame my valid philosophical objections to the institution of marriage on my menstrual cycle? Man law number 1. Brody's voice seemed to echo from the distance. Don't speak on it. Just nod and agree. But Kaden hadn't listened to Manlo, number one. I'm just saying, you're usually more rational. I'm going to the salon, Maya said, her voice icy. And I'm taking the dog. And Kaden, if you ever mention a hormone to me again, I will ensure you never have the biological capacity to produce any of your own ever again. Chapter 6. The grand opening and close. The day of the salon's grand expansion arrived. The VIP lounge was finished. The champagne was flowing. The Gary White music was playing softly in the background. Sienna was in her element, greeting the elite of Miami. Dante was by her side, looking every bit the proud husband. But drama, much like the Florida humidity, was unavoidable. Julian, the contractor, was there, looking far too handsome in a tuxedo. He cornered Sienna near the coat check. You look beautiful, Sienna. Just like that night in '09. Julian, stop. I'm a married woman. A happily married woman. Are you? Or are you just living in a house with thin walls? Before he could say more, Dante appeared. He didn't yell. He didn't swing. He simply placed a heavy hand on Julian's shoulder. The work is great, Julian. The bill is paid. But my wife doesn't need a contractor anymore. She needs a husband. And I've got that job covered, permanently. Julian looked at Dante, then at Sienna. He saw the way she looked at her husband, the fire, the annoyance, but ultimately the devotion. Meanwhile, Kaden was desperately trying to apologize to Maya. He had brought her a peace offering, a tray of her favorite artisanal cupcakes, and a written apology that had been vetted by a team of female lawyers. Maya, I'm a fool. I'm a Neanderthal. I'm a jive turkey. Maya looked at him, then at the cupcakes. Are they gluten-free? They are whatever you want them to be. Maya, fine, but the ring stays in the box for another year. Understood? Understood. As the party wound down, Dante and Sienna stood on the balcony of the salon, looking out over the ocean. We're a mess, Dante, Sienna sighed, leaning her head on his shoulder. We are, Dante agreed. We've got thin walls, fake gay friends, cancer scares, and a son who's probably going to be a professional saxophone player, which is its own kind of tragedy. But we're our mess. Exactly. Dante pulled her close. By the way, I bought some soundproofing foam for the bedroom today. Sienna laughed. A bright, genuine sound. It's Barry, Sienna. Barry. Whatever, baby. Just shut up and dance. And as the neon lights of South Beach flickered against the glass, the Morettis did exactly that, navigating the chaos of love, one thin wall at a time. The end, the sterling chaos. A comedy of errors. A novel bigemini. Prologue. The sound of thin walls. In the heart of the upscale neighborhood of Silver Oaks, the Sterling mansion stood as a monument to modern success. Dante Sterling was a man of the people. Or at least, the man of the sports-watching people. And his wife, Vanessa, was the undisputed queen of the high-end salon circuit. To the outside world, they were the golden couple. Inside, however, the walls were as thin as a celebrity's patience on a Monday morning. Leo, their 13-year-old son, sat at the breakfast table, poking at a bowl of soggy cereal. He didn't need a TV. He had the master bedroom directly above the kitchen. See, I didn't want to hear it, but I kinda wanted to hear it, Leo muttered to himself, his ears practically twitching. Mrs. Gebu, the family's longtime housekeeper and professional eye roller, entered with a tray of bacon. You shouldn't have been listening, child. It's bad for the soul. I was trying not to, Mrs. Gebu, Leo protested. But I know if I hear the slow jam playlist, they're gonna come down here smiling and happy, singing those Gary Light songs. Gary Light? Mrs. Gable paused, a piece of bacon halfway to her mouth. You know, Leo said, imitating a deep, gravelly baritone that sounded like a blender full of marbles. Old dude with the real deep voice. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. Mrs. Gable snorted. You mean Barry White, you uncultured little sprout. And if they're singing Barry White, you better get used to the idea of having a sibling, because that man's voice is the primary cause of the baby boom. At that moment, the patriarch descended. Dante Sterling looked like he'd been through a war zone, but he was wearing a suit that cost more than a mid-sized sedan. He wasn't smiling. Uh-oh, Leo whispered. He ain't smiling. No Gary Light today. Chapter 1. The Ashes of Trust. The tension in the Sterling house wasn't just about a bad night's sleep. It was about Sienna, the snake stone. Sienna was a woman from Dante's past, or so she claimed, who had recently appeared with a toddler and a demand for child support that would bankrupt a small nation. Vanessa Sterling was not a woman who took coincidences lightly. She had already expressed her displeasure by accidentally setting Dante's vintage sports car on fire and melting his gold watch into a lump of metal that she now used as a paperweight at her salon. V-style. "Good morning, Marquis. Dante," Vanessa said, gliding into the kitchen with the grace of a panther and the lethal intent of a guided missile. Dante looked at her warily. "Morning, babe. I've been doing a lot of thinking all night long." "That explains the smoke I smelled coming from the guest room," she retorted. "But I've decided something. I'm going to trust you. I believe you didn't sleep with Sienna Stone." "Como? Que? I'm letting it go." Dante's eyes widened. "You mean it? You know how long I've been waiting to hear that?" "Thank you, Vanessa. I love you." "I love you too," she said, her smile not quite reaching her eyes. "And by verify, I mean I've already gotten her address from your private investigator's files, and I'm heading over there as soon as I finish my latte." Dante choked on his orange juice. The peace treaty was over before the ink, or in this case, the bacon grease was dry. Chapter 2. The Ghost of College Past. Vanessa's salon, V-style, was buzzing. Her best friends and employees, Isabella and Jasmine, were busy prepping for the grand expansion. "So, you told him you trust him, but you're going to the other woman's house?" Isabella asked, holding a pair of shears like a weapon. "That's very zen of you. It's called the Vanessa method," Jasmine chimed in. "Step 1. Forgive. Step 2. Execute a search and seizure." Before Vanessa could respond, the front door swung open. "Jackson Thorne," Vanessa whispered, her face turning a shade of pale that matched her expensive wallpaper. Jackson was the contractor hired for the salon expansion. He was also the man Vanessa had a wild weekend with exactly 14 years ago in college, a weekend she had buried deep in her subconscious, right next to her bangs and neon spandex phase. "Vanessa," Jackson said, his voice smooth enough to coat a highway. "I don't know who you are," Vanessa said, turning her back. "Isabella, handle the contractor," Isabella whispered to Jasmine. "She remembers. Look at her ears. They're turning red." She definitely remembers the mahogany god. Later that day, as Jackson measured the walls, he took an interest in a photo of Leo on the counter. "Nice kid," Jackson said. "Looks just like my brother did at that age. Stubborn chin, right-leaning nose." Vanessa's heart stopped. She did the math. The college weekend, 9 months later. Leo. She had always assumed Leo was Dante's. Dante was the responsible one. But as she looked at Jackson, and then at the photo of Leo, the world began to spin. Chapter 3. The DNA Heist. "I need a swab," Vanessa hissed to Jasmine in the back room. "A what? Like a cotton swab for your ears?" "No. A DNA swab. I need to know if Leo is a Sterling or a Thorne. If Dante finds out, I don't know who the father of our 13-year-old son is. He's not just going to burn my car, he's going to burn the whole neighborhood." Jasmine, always the opportunist, pulled a forensic kit out of her designer purse. "I have a friend in the FBI. Don't ask why. Take these. You need to get Jackson's saliva and Dante's while they're sleeping." "I can't swab Dante while he's sleeping. He snores like a freight train." "He'll swallow the stick." Vanessa panicked. The plan was set. That afternoon, Jasmine distracted Jackson with a leak in the back office. While he was inspecting the ceiling, Vanessa swooped in like a secret agent. "Oh, Jackson, you have, a piece of dust on your lip," she cried, lunging at him with the swab. "What are you doing?" Jackson asked, dodging. "I'm exfoliating. It's a new salon service." After a chaotic struggle that involved a spilled bottle of expensive hair serum and a broken mannequin, Vanessa secured the sample. But her relief was short-lived. Jackson looked at her, his expression turning solemn. Vanessa, if you're trying to see if I'm the father, you should know something. I can't have kids. Unfortunate accident in preschool. A pencil, a flight of stairs, and a very bad landing. I've been sterile since I was 5. Vanessa stood frozen, the DNA swab still clutched in her hand. A pencil? A pencil, Jackson confirmed. So, unless your son was conceived via telepathy, he ain't mine. Chapter 4. The Peaches Incident. While Vanessa was dealing with biological crises, Dante was facing a fatherhood nightmare. He had found a hand-rolled cigarette in the hallway outside Leo's room. My son is a drug lord, Dante told his business partner, Julian, at the sports studio. He's going to end up on a street corner, scratching his face, calling himself Peaches. Peaches? Julian asked. Why Peaches? Because that's what happened to my Uncle Harold. One puff of the devil's lettuce, and now he lives in a tent and answers only to the name of a stone fruit. Dante rushed home, ready to stage a one-man intervention. He had purchased every Scared Straight DVD from the 90s and a series of books titled Is Your Child a Crackhead? And other questions for concerned parents. Leo, get down here, Dante roared. Leo descended, looking confused. What's up, Pop? Why are you holding a DVD of Drugs Are for Jive Turkeys? Don't jive turkey me, Peaches. We found your stash. My stash? I don't have a stash. Just as Dante was about to break into a theatrical monologue about the dangers of the gateway drug, Mrs. Gable walked in, looking suspiciously relaxed. Will you two stop the noise? She said, her eyes a bit glassy. I'm trying to enjoy my medical prescription. Dante froze. Mrs. Gable? That was yours? The doctor prescribed it for my nerves. After working for this family for 20 years, she said, snatching the joint back. And if you tell anyone, Dante, I'll tell Vanessa where you actually were, the night you claimed you were working late at the studio. Dante went silent. Fair point. Leo, you're grounded anyway for, listening through the walls. Dante. Chapter 5. The Dominic Deception. Vanessa's college friend, Dominic, was coming to town. Dominic was a 6'4" masterpiece of a man who loved shopping, dancing, and, most importantly, Vanessa's company. Dante, however, was a jealous man. He's my gay best friend, Dante. It's totally platonic, she had insisted. When Dominic arrived at the Sterling mansion for dinner, he was dressed in a suit that looked like it had been sprayed on. Vanessa, you look fabulous, Dominic cried, spinning her around. Dante watched from the corner, narrowed eyes. So, Dominic, you find any love lately? Oh, you know me, Dante. Dominic winked. I'm a free spirit. I haven't found the right partner yet. Dante leaned in, a mischievous glint in his eye. That's great, because I have someone for you. Frank. He's the security guard at my studio. 6'8", ex-convict, just finished 2 years for crimes of passion. He's looking for a snuggle buddy. Dominic's jaw dropped. Hey, snuggle buddy? Dante, stop it, Vanessa hissed. What? I'm just being a good friend. Frank is on his way over right now. He just had his legs waxed, and he's very excited to meet you, Dominic. The tension rose until Dominic couldn't take it anymore. Vanessa threw her hands up. Great. Now the truth is out. Everyone's straight, no one is Peaches, and the contractor had a pencil accident. Can we just eat the lasagna? Chapter 6. The Proposal from Hell. The climax of the Sterling drama occurred during a quiet dinner party involving their friends, Julian and Sasha, and Isabella and her long-term boyfriend, Xavier. Julian, Dante's partner, was dating Sasha, Dante's ex-fiancée. It was a messy situation that Vanessa loved to stir like a pot of gumbo. So, Julian, Sasha purred, looking at a massive diamond ring on her finger. Tell them our news. We're getting married, Julian said, looking like a man who had just signed his own death warrant. Right now, at the courthouse. Without a prenup? Dante shouted. Julian, she's going to take your studio, your car, and your collection of vintage sneakers. It's a setup for failure. Meanwhile, Xavier, inspired by the romance, or the wine, looked at Isabella. Isabella, we've been together for years. Maybe we should. No, Isabella screamed, standing up. What we have works. Why ruin it with papers and lawyers and sharing a bathroom permanently? Xavier's face fell. But I thought you wanted. I want the idea of it, Xavier. I don't want the reality. The reality is laundry and snoring. Dante, trying to help and failing miserably, leaned over to Xavier. It's okay, man. She's just being sensitive. It's probably that time of the month. The silence that followed was so heavy it could have crushed a diamond. Vanessa, Isabella, Sasha, and even Mrs. Gable turned to look at Dante. Did you just... Vanessa began, her voice a low, dangerous rumble. Man law, number 1, Julian whispered to Dante. Never, ever speak of the lunar cycle. I was just making an observation. Dante squeaked, backing away. Isabella grabbed a bowl of mac and cheese and dumped it over Xavier's head. That's for thinking Dante is right. Vanessa grabbed the $1,500 bottle of wine and poured it into the sink. And that's for everything else. Epilogue, the Gary Light finale. A week later, the Sterling mansion was finally quiet. The salon expansion was complete, thanks to the sterile Jackson Thorne. The drug intervention was cancelled, and Julian was officially married to Sasha, and officially broke. Dante and Vanessa sat on the porch, watching the sunset. You know, Dante said, pulling her close, we're a mess. We're a disaster, Vanessa agreed. But we're our disaster, inside. The faint sound of music began to drift through the open window. It was a deep, soulful baritone. Is that Barry White? Dante asked. No, Vanessa smiled. That's Gary Light. Our son has very specific tastes. From the upstairs window, Leo looked down at his parents. He sighed, shook his head, and closed the curtains. I didn't want to hear it, he muttered. But I kinda wanted to hear it. He reached for his phone and texted his friends. Walls are still thin. Parents are still crazy. Send snacks. It's gonna be a long night. And in the kitchen, Mrs. Gable lit a candle, put her feet up, and finally found some peace. The end. High heels, thin walls, and a dash of chaos. A novel of love, lies, and luxury. Chapter 1. The sonic boom of silky soul. The morning sun over Silver Oaks was polite, filtering through the bespoke linen curtains of the Sterling mansion as if it were afraid to wake the inhabitants. But inside the kitchen, 14-year-old Leo Sterling was already wide awake, staring intensely at a bowl of soggy cereal. Leo was a child of the digital age, smart, observant, and unfortunately for him, possessed of hearing that could pick up a whisper from 3 zip codes away. And, lately, the Sterling household had been anything but quiet. Leo, finish your breakfast, came the gravelly, yet warm voice of Mama B. She was the family's anchor, a woman who had seen everything from the Great Depression to the invention of the selfie, and she wasn't impressed by either. Leo looked up, his spoon hovering. I didn't want to hear it, Mama Bea, but I kinda wanted to hear it. Mama Bea stopped wiping the counter. You shouldn't have been listening, boy. Privacy is a dying art. I tried not to, Leo protested, leaning in. But I know the signs. When the speakers start vibrating with that deep baritone rumble, when that silky soul playlist starts looping, they're gonna come down here smiling like they won the lottery, singing songs by Luther Vandross like they're in a choir. Who's Luther Vandross? Mama Bea teased, knowing full well. You know, the old dude with the I love you baby voice. Leo mimicked, his voice dropping 3 octaves. If Dad tries to talk that low today, he's gonna need a throat lozenge and a nap. Just then, the heavy footsteps of Malachi Sterling, the man of the house and a renowned sports anchor, thudded down the stairs. He was wearing a robe that cost more than Leo's tuition and a grin that stretched from ear to ear. Morning, world. Malachi beamed, slapping a hand on the table. Leo squinted. Uh-oh, he's smiling. That's a bad sign. How was your night, son? Malachi asked, oblivious to his son's trauma. Good. You ready for your big history test? Yeah, sure, Leo sighed. Where's Mom? She's coming down. Slept late. A very good sign. Malaki winked at the air. Leo groaned. Well, I mean, at least y'all are sleeping in the same room again. Did you guys finally make up last night? Or was that just a high-quality theatrical performance I heard through the vents? Malaki's smile faltered slightly. Son, look. The walls in this house are built for aesthetics, not acoustics. Tell me about it, Leo muttered. But then you come down here all giggly, and Mom comes down, right behind you all hing, and it's just too much. The front door honked. The school bus had arrived, saving Leo from further parental oversharing. He grabbed his bag, threw a look of pity at his father, and bolted out the door. Chapter 2. The Fire Starter and the Contractor. While the Sterling household was dealing with the aftermath of a peace treaty, the atmosphere at the Gilded Lily, the most prestigious hair salon in the city, was reaching a boiling point. Sienna Sterling, Malaki's wife and the undisputed queen of the salon, was staring at a blueprint with the intensity of a general planning an invasion. Sienna was a fire starter when she walked into a room. Things either got hot or they got burned. I need this expansion done by the end of the month. Sienna barked at the air. Sienna, honey, breathe, said Monique, the salon's most outspoken stylist. Monique was currently guarding her tip jar like a hawk and eyeing the construction workers. You just made up with Malaki. Don't go starting a fire here before you finish the one at home. I told him I trust him, Monique. I really did, Sienna said, her voice dropping to a whisper. I told him. I believe he didn't sleep with that Vanessa Vane woman. I'm letting it go. Uh-huh, Monique replied, popping her gum. And I'm the next Queen of England. You don't let anything go, Sienna. You just store it in a vault for later use in an argument. Sienna ignored her and looked toward the back of the salon, where the construction was happening. Standing there, holding a level and looking far too handsome for a man covered in drywall dust, was Dante. Dante was the lead contractor. He was also a ghost from Sienna's past, specifically a one-night stand from 14 years ago during a wild college weekend. Is he still here? Isabel, Sienna's best friend and a high-end real estate agent, walked in, looking frazzled. Unfortunately, yes, Sienna hissed. And he's pretending he doesn't know me. Can you believe it? He's talking through you, Isabel. He won't even look me in the eye. Para za, gombara za, azaste, Sienna. He's trying to be professional, Isabel sighed. You're a happily married woman. He's just here to do a job. Besides, that was a decade and a half ago. Maybe he actually forgot. Sienna's eyes narrowed. Nobody forgets this, Isabel. Nobody. Across the room, Dante caught Sienna's gaze and quickly looked back at his level. He whispered to his assistant. She remembers. I know she remembers. She was wild back then. Chapter 3. The Vanessa Vane verification. The peace treaty at the Sterling mansion lasted exactly 6 hours. It ended when Malaki, sitting in his office at the TV station, received a letter. It was a formal apology from Vanessa Vane, the woman who had nearly ended his marriage by claiming he was the father of her child. Dear Malachi, the letter read, I am so sorry for the trouble. Your wife came to see me this morning at my house. I told her the truth that we never met, and I don't even have a kid. I was put up to this by a former friend. Your wife knows everything now. Malachi's blood ran cold. Not because the woman had lied, but because Sienna had gone to her house after telling him she trusted him. She verified it. Malaki whispered to his friend and business partner, Desmond. Desmond, who was currently dating Malaki's ex-wife, Tiffany. Situation that was its own special kind of hell. Looked up from his lunch. Wait, you're mad that she found out you're innocent? No, I'm mad that she lied about trusting me, Malaki shouted. Trust, but verify? That's for international diplomacy, not marriage. If I tell her I didn't do it, my word should be enough. Mal, you've been through a lot of drama, Desmond said, trying to be the voice of reason. Just let it go. You're vindicated. I will let it go, Malachi said, a devious glint in his eye. But only after I make my point. She wants to play detective? Fine. Let's see how she likes a little mystery. Fine. Back at the salon, Sienna was having a meltdown. I went over there. Jennifer. I went to her house. Sienna told Monique, who she often called Jennifer when she was angry, and Malachi was telling the truth. I burned up his vintage sneakers. I melted his gold watch into a paperweight, and the man was innocent the whole time. Oh, you are in deep, girl, Monique laughed. You're in the Mariana Trench of trouble. What am I gonna do? I told him I trusted him this morning. You gotta tell him, Isabel said, walking in with her dog. Fifi, you have to own it. No, Monique interjected. Don't tell him nothing. Just keep cooking. Men are like Labradors. If you feed them and rub their heads, they forget they were ever mad. Chapter 4. The Peaches Intervention. The next evening, the tension in the Sterling house shifted from infidelity to narcotics. Malachi was in the living room when Sienna came storming in, looking like she'd just discovered a portal to the underworld in the hallway. Malachi, look at this. She held out a small, hand-rolled cigarette. Malachi squinted. Is that a joint? It's weed, Malachi. Kush, the devil's lettuce. Sienna was vibrating with fury. I found it right outside Leo's room. Our son is a drug kingpin, Malachi sighed. Sienna, he's 14. Maybe it's not his. Maybe a friend dropped it. A friend? In my house? With these thin walls? Sienna started pacing. I refused to have a crackhead as a child. Next thing you know, he'll be doing anything for a rock. He'll be living on the street corner with no teeth, just scratching himself like your Uncle Harold. They call him Peaches now. Malachi, do you want our son to be called Peaches? Sienna, heroin makes your teeth fall out, not weed. Calm down, Malachi pleaded. I will not be calm. We need an intervention. We need to hire a specialist. Just then, Leo walked in, looking tired. Hey guys, what's up? Why does Mom look like she's about to spontaneously combust? Leo Sterling, Malachi said, trying to stay composed. Do you know what this is? Leo looked at the joint. That's a joint. What are you guys doing with that? Are you finally loosening up? Don't play with me, boy, Sienna yelled. Is this yours? No, I don't smoke. I go to a private school. I know what that smells like because the rich kids do it, but I don't touch the stuff. Leo looked genuinely confused. Then how did it get in the hallway? Malachi asked. Leo's eyes widened as he saw Mama Bea descending the stairs. He looked at her, then at the joint, then back at his parents. He leaned in and whispered, Maybe you should ask Mama Bea. Don't you lie on that old woman, Sienna shouted. She's a saint. Mama Bea walked into the kitchen, looking a bit pale. What's all the noise? Mama Bea, Leo is trying to blame you for this. This drug. Sienna pointed at the joint. Mama Bea looked at the joint. She looked at Leo, who was giving her a pleading, please don't let them kill me look. Then she sighed. It's mine, Mama Bea said firmly. The silence that followed was so heavy, it could have crushed a tank. Yours? Sienna whispered. Mama Bea, are you? Peaches? Don't call me that, girl, Mama Bea snapped. The doctor prescribed it. I've been going through some treatments, chemotherapy. It makes me nauseous. The marijuana helps me keep my food down so I don't waste away into nothing. Sienna's anger vanished instantly, replaced by a wave of guilt and love. Mama B, why didn't you tell us? Because I didn't want a fuss, she said, leaning against the counter. I'm not dead yet. And I'm still the best cook in this house, high or sober. Malachi hugged her. We're here for you, Mama Bea, whatever you need. But maybe keep it in a container? Leo's life flashed before his eyes. Leo exhaled. Yeah. I was about to be sent to Nebraska, Mama Bea. You owe me a PlayStation. Chapter 5. The Proposal Problem. While the Sterlings were dealing with medical miracles and weed, Isabel and Xavier were facing their own romantic crisis. Xavier was a successful architect, handsome, stable, and deeply in love with Isabel. But Isabel was a commitment phobe who treated the idea of marriage like a terminal diagnosis. They were having a dinner party at the Sterlings. A fixed-up dinner meant for Monique, but it had devolved into a circus. Malachi's ex, Tiffany, was there with Desmond, causing drama, and two single guys Malachi had invited turned out to be total jerks who insulted Monique's weight. Monique had handled them with her usual grace. I love all of this that God made, honey. You bitch-ass dudes can go to hell. After the disastrous dinner, Xavier pulled Isabel aside in the Sterling's garden. Isabel, we've been together for years, Xavier said, his voice soft. Isabel looked at him, panicked. Because what we have works, Xavier. Why ruin a good thing with paperwork? Look at Malachi and Sienna. They spend half their lives trying not to kill each other. We're happy. We're free. I don't want to be free, Xavier said, reaching for his pocket. I want to be yours. Don't you dare. Isabel pointed a finger at him. Do not get down on one knee. Xavier, your knees bother you. Isabel, I'm trying to propose, and I'm trying to save your joints, she yelled. I'm going home. My soul is weary, Xavier. I'm just a tired, weary soul. She bolted for her car, leaving Xavier standing in the moonlight with a $50,000 ring and a very confused expression. Chapter 6. The DNA Dilemma. A few days later, a new storm rolled into the Gilded Lily. Sienna was watching Dante, the contractor, interact with Leo, who had come by the salon after school. Leo was complaining about his breathing. I have trouble breathing sometimes too, Dante said to Leo, handing him a bottle of water. I used to have whooping cough when I was a kid. Poor circulation in my left leg too. Sienna, eavesdropping from behind a curtain, felt her heart stop. Leo had whooping cough as a baby. Leo had poor circulation in his left leg. She looked at Dante. She looked at Leo. They had the same jawline. They had the same ears. Oh, Lord, Sienna whispered. Is Leo Dante's son? She ran to the back office and grabbed Monique. Monique, I think I slept with the contractor and had a baby and told Malachi it was his. What? Sienna, you are a mess. They have the same leg problems, Monique. The same ears. I was wild in college. I was drunk that night. What if Malachi isn't the father? You need a DNA test, girl, Monique said, reaching into her purse. Lucky for you, I've got these swabs. I was gonna use them on my baby daddy for child support, but you need them more. For the next 2 days, Sienna was a woman possessed. She tried to sneakily swab Leo's mouth while he was sleeping. He woke up and thought she was trying to feed him a Q-tip. She tried to get a sample from Malachi. Finally, she cornered Dante in the salon's renovation area. Dante, I need to know the truth, she hissed. About what? The load-bearing wall? Dante asked, confused. About 14 years ago. About that night. Dante looked around, then leaned in. Sienna, that was one of the best nights of my life. But if you're worried about, kids, you don't have to be. Why not? Because of an unfortunate accident in preschool, Dante said, looking pained. A pencil, a front pocket, and a very fast game of tag. I can't have kids, Sienna. Never could. Sienna felt a wave of relief so powerful, she nearly fainted. She grabbed a nearby chair. So, Leo is Malachi's? Unless Malachi had a pencil accident too, I'd say he's the dad, Dante chuckled. Chapter 7. The Final Showdown. The climax of the Silver Oaks drama occurred on a Friday night. Malachi had found out, through a slip of the tongue by Isabel, that Sienna had lied about Dante being gay back in college. So, Malachi wouldn't be jealous. He decided to turn the tables. He invited Dante over for drinks and pretended he had a big friend named Frank who wanted to date him. So, Dante, Malachi said, grinning like a shark while Sienna watched in horror. I have a friend, Big Frank. He's a security guard. He's looking for a partner. I thought you two would hit it off. Dante looked at Sienna, then at Malachi. Marcus. I mean, Malaki. I'm straight. Oh, are you? Malaki feigned shock. Sienna told me you were as gay as a pride parade in June. She said you two were gay husbands in college. Sienna stepped forward, her hands on her hips. Okay, fine. I lied. I lied because you're a jealous Neanderthal, Malachi. I just wanted to hang out with my friend without you turning it into a sports commentary on my fidelity. And you lied about Vanessa Vane, Malachi shouted. And you lied about the DNA test. I was scared, Sienna yelled back. And you lied about the Silky Soul playlist. You only play that when you want something. They stood chest to chest, breathing hard, the fire of 14 years of marriage burning between them. Then Mama Bia walked in, holding a tray of cookies. Are y'all done? Because the neighbors are calling, the walls are vibrating, and I'm trying to watch my stories. Malaki looked at Sienna. Sienna looked at Malaki. Suddenly, Malaki started to laugh. It started as a chuckle and turned into a roar. Sienna joined in, her high-pitched hing filling the room. We are a mess, Malaki said, wiping a tear. We are a disaster, Sienna agreed, leaning into him. But you're my disaster, Malaki said, kissing her forehead. Epilogue. Truth and consequences. Life in Silver Oaks returned to its version of normal. Isabel eventually agreed to marry Xavier, but only if the wedding had no more than 50 people and absolutely no Clydesdales. Monique finally dumped her loser baby daddy and started dating a nice high school football coach who appreciated all of what God made. Mama Bea finished her treatments and was officially in remission. She still kept a special jar in the kitchen, but now it had a lock on it that only she and Malachi knew the code to. And Leo? Leo bought a pair of high-quality, noise-canceling headphones. One evening, as the sounds of baritone soul music began to drift through the vents of the Sterling mansion, Leo simply clicked a button on his headset, closed his eyes, and drifted off to sleep in total, blissful silence, because in Silver Oaks, the walls might be thin, but the love was always thick enough to drown out the noise. The end. The Emerald Hills Chronicles. Love, Lies, and High-Definition Drama. Chapter 1. Thin Walls and Berry Blue. The morning sun over Emerald Hills didn't just rise. It announced itself with the aggressive shimmer of a high-end jewelry commercial. Inside the sprawling, minimalist mansion of Xavier and Valentina Sterling, the atmosphere was slightly less polished. Xavier Sterling, a man whose baritone voice could vibrate the loose change in your pocket, sat at the breakfast bar, nursing a kale smoothie that tasted like disappointment. His son, Leo, a teenager who possessed the sharp wit of a stand-up comedian and the observational skills of a CIA operative, was currently staring at him with a smirk that meant trouble. I didn't want to hear it, Pop, Leo said, his voice dropping an octave in a mocking imitation. But my ears work. They don't have an off switch, Xavier sighed. Leo, eat your organic oats. You shouldn't have been listening to grown folks' business. I was trying not to, Leo protested, waving a spoon. You and Mom come down the stairs smiling like you just won the lottery, singing about how you love her baby, baby, baby. Xavier winced. Barry Blue, the fictional world's answer to the velvet-voiced legends, was indeed the soundtrack to their reconciliation. Barry Blue is a legend, Leo. And he's not fat. He's well-nourished with talent, whatever, Pop. Just know that if you're trying to talk that low, you're gonna need to hire a professional soundproofer or get me a soundproofed room. Preferably with a gaming PC. The banter was cut short as Valentina Sterling descended the stairs. Valentina was a force of nature, a high-end salon owner whose hair was always a structural marvel, and whose gaze could determine if you were wearing knockoff designer shoes from 50 paces. Morning, sunshine, Xavier said, trying to gauge her mood. Morning, she replied curtly. Leo leaned over to his father. Uh-oh, she's not smiling. You know what that means? Berry Blue didn't work his magic last night. Valentina ignored them, reaching for the coffee. How was your night, Leo? Ready for that calculus test? Yeah, sure, but where's the celebratory mood? I thought y'all were at least sleeping in the same zip code now. Valentina shot him a look that would have frozen a lava flow. As the boy scurried out, Xavier tried to bridge the gap. Babe, I've been thinking all night. I know the whole thing with Serena Murphy looks bad. Looks bad? Valentina interrupted, her voice rising like a siren. The woman claimed she has a child with you, Xavier. I burned your favorite Italian suits. I nearly took a sledgehammer to your vintage sports car. And you're telling me it just looks bad? I'm telling you I didn't do it. I've never met the woman. Valentina took a long, slow sip of her coffee. I decided this morning, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to let it go. Xavier froze. You are? Seriously? Yes. But Xavier? Trust is a luxury. And in Emerald Hills, luxuries are often counterfeit. I'm going to verify. Chapter 2. The Velvet Crown and the Ghost of One-Night Stands. The Velvet Crown was more than a salon. It was a sanctuary for the rich and a war room for the gossipy. Valentina's best friends, Gigi and Roxanne, were already there, surrounded by the scent of expensive keratin treatments and the hum of high-velocity dryers. You doing what? Gigi asked, her eyes widening as she buffed a client's nails. Gigi was a woman who lived for the tea. If a secret existed in Emerald Hill,